Good morning, Denver, Colorado. Joe Rico, Alex Mears, live from number 38. It is the final word Sunday morning. And I'll tell you what, man, there is a lot to be excited about. What a great show we have for you. Sit back, relax. We got you covered over the next 2 hours. And of course, I always at this time bring in my partner, Alejandro Guapo Suavecito Caballero Ramirez, number 66 in your program, number 1 in your arts. And Alex, the big news of the week, obviously the Colorado Avalanche. They not only, they retooled and they're ready. They pick up Nicholas Waugh. They pick up Kadri. Nazem Kadri is back. And I'm going to ask you, Nick, man, is this is Stanley Cup or bust written all over it, right? There's no acceptable outcome. The Stanley Cup, anything else would be uncivilized. Is that correct, Alejandro? Good morning, baby.
Good morning, Joe. How are you, man?
Man, I'm hyped up, man. We're going to get a Stanley Cup, maybe.
Well, just because we made a couple tweaks and a couple trades doesn't mean we're going anywhere yet, man.
I think we're going somewhere.
Just because I make a couple moves on my fantasy football team.
I think we're going. No, don't compare that. Oh, my goodness.
Nobody cares about
that. Nobody cares compare your fantasy team to.
No, right. First of all,
but it's a positive move. It's a positive move.
It's 10:01 in the morning.
Right.
10:01 a.m.
We're hyped up. I'm hyped up.
First of all, let's just backtrack a little bit. Let's not get right into the meat and potatoes of things. Always.
Well, what do you mean, man? It's called the opening news. What are you talking about, man? You lead your show with the headline news.
Joe, how about this? How about we woke up, we lost an hour of sleep.
Man.
Come on, man. Relax.
Right about the we didn't even get to the hockey game
we
yet.
Got
the Stars and Avs, baby.
2 hours to talk about all these beautiful topics.
I got it.
To discuss with everybody.
Yes.
All our great panelists coming on.
What did you think of the trades, man? What did you think of the trades? You called me. You had a thing where you wanted Troy Renck. You were so hyped up 2 days ago when this trade was announced. I get a call from you. We're going on live on Facebook. Nazem Kadri is back. Then you went and did a 30-minute Facebook video. Hell yeah, you were excited too. This whole city's on fire.
I was. You're right. And it's funny when we look at the trades happen, especially a guy who's so crucial to the last championship for the Colorado Avalanche. And then he took the bag. He went to Calgary.
Yeah,
good for him. He took the bag. And now he's back again to help. And for a 4th-round pick, is that all it was?
No. The Avalanche, no. The Avalanche give up Victor Olofsson. Can I tell you what the trade was, please?
What did they mortgage to get this guy back?
They gave up Victor Olofsson. There's a guy who's pretty solid. He was having a pretty solid season. Then not only did they give up Victor Olofsson, they gave up a number 1 pick in the 2026, number 2 pick in 2027. These are both conditional picks that are protected, so the Avs don't have to give them up, but they will.
I love how you're so dialed in, Joe.
Right. Well, and here's the situation. This is a game changer. The Avs also pick up Nicholas Waugh. By the way, Nicholas Waugh is now your 4th-line center, by the way. This is a guy who is a serious player. This is a guy who played a second, I believe his former team, he was the 2nd-line center. Now he's going to the 4th line. You now have up the middle. You've got an insane amount of talent. Nick, I'm going to ask you, this has got to be Stanley Cup or bust, right? There is no acceptable outcome other than the Stanley Cup now, right?
That's why you make moves like that. It's not to just drag your feet and, we're getting to the window. No, you're in the window.
Yeah.
You've been in the window since 2018.
Yeah.
And you have the opportunity to
got one cup to show for it.
Yeah. And so this, as hot as you came out this year, this is your opportunity. Clearly, these moves, like you said, you're mortgaging the future, but your window's now.
Yeah.
We've sat through a 48-point season to get ourselves to this point. Yep. Make the moves you need to make, and to have a guy like Kadri back in that locker room is going to be beneficial for this team because you got a little
especially
nervous
in
when
the playoffs.
And you trade away Sammy G. It's a personality thing more than anything when you get rid of Sammy because he's so loved in that locker room. But to bring a guy like Kadri back to keep that core together and bring them back together and get them all fired up, you needed a guy that's going to go out there and fight too. You don't really have your goon type guy. Nicholas Waugh might be that guy.
Yeah.
But we know what Kadri brings.
Yeah. Well,
he brings toughness. He brings it doesn't matter what line he plays on at this point, Joey. He's going to be playing, and he's a muscle. He's the muscle that they need. Remember what was the guy, the big dude?
Chris Simon, man.
Yes.
Scott Parker.
Is he one of those guys?
No. He's much more skilled. He's a skilled hockey player.
He's skilled, but he's also tough as hell.
Well, he is, but he's much more in the line of a guy. As we have some Bill Foss is at the door, Nick, if you could go and bring him in. We have a guy who in this particular guy in Kadri, Alex, he's a guy who gets in front of the net. He does a lot of the dirty work in the corners. You know who he is? He's more like Claude Lemieux. Remember Claude Lemieux?
Yes,
that he's number 2. He's kind of a guy an instigator, but Claude Lemieux was highly skilled too, and he could score goal after goal. Nick, in case you missed it, I was comparing Kadri more, Nick, to Claude Lemieux, who's more, because Claude Lemieux, even though he was an instigator, was a highly skilled hockey player, capable of 60, 70 points.
How many times did that dude break his nose, man?
Claude Lemieux?
Yeah.
Oh, probably 20. You're thinking about Adam Foote. You're thinking about Adam Foote.
Nose at any point.
Yeah. But my point is,
he had no cartilage left.
My point is, Kadri's the kind of guy in the playoffs, that's gonna.
You need a pest.
Yeah, he's a pest.
Okay,
he's a pest.
Okay,
he's a guy who'll smack you in the hands. Marchand is like that. Brad Marchand is like that.
Listen, as everybody knows, over the last 14 years, I know what I can talk about. I know what I can't talk about. Hockey's not, or baseball is something I don't really understand. So I will take a step back.
I'm just saying
behind the sun that comes in.
I'm just going to say this.
I'll let the experts talk. I'm fine with that.
Well, I'm just going to say
this. I think it's huge, though. It's a huge trade. And I was excited, Joey, when I texted you. I said, hey, Troy Renck and I are going to do some live videos tonight because I want to get his perspective on this. He did a big column on how big this is a acquisition for the Avalanche. Now, this could be the catapult that gets us over the hump. I don't know, guys. That's why I bring this topic up.
Well, and also, as our good buddies are already chiming in on the text line and on the chat room, the Nuggets who definitely are on the opposite side of that. As excited as everyone is on the Colorado Avalanche, I think they're maybe that disappointed. I mean, and it's injuries, right? It's health. It's what we all talked about. What was the key line, Nick and Alex, at the beginning of the year? If they stay healthy. That was all anybody said. Then they could do this. Then they could do this. Well, now with Jamal Murray, and I know it's another minor ankle sprain, but this is minor ankle sprain number 235 for him. These things start building up. Injuries start building up. Even Nikola Jokic suffered his first major injury of his career this year. These injuries don't make these teams better, by the way. They make them worse. I have serious doubts about the Denver Nuggets. I think that they still have a chance, but Aaron Gordon and Peyton Watson, I don't know that that's going to be enough, guys.
Listen.
I don't know.
Listen.
And Wemby, by the way, is insane.
No, I know. I get that. And that's going to be even scary when he grows into
2 or 3 more years. Wemby's going to be unstoppable.
Listen, they had back-to-back game. They had the Lakers. They beat the Lakers on Thursday night. And then they had back-to-back,
crushed by the Knicks.
39 points.
Yeah,
I mean,
disgusting.
And then Jamal went out with his ankle injury, whatever.
Is bi-weekly ankle injury.
Well, I was watching Ryan Blackburn on the Pick and Roll podcast yesterday with Danny Bailey Saturday afternoon, and he didn't want to go too far into deep. Say, hey, how deep is this injury? Is it going to linger on? But he said minimum 10 days, maybe potentially 3 weeks.
Yeah,
guys, that goes into the playoffs, man. And right now,
it doesn't, but it gets real close to him. You're right. It hurts the stretch run.
Yeah,
and it affects your stretch run.
Right now, they're in the 5th position right now.
Barely.
They're
clinging to that.
Could it potentially, guys, Nick, Joey? Could it potentially get to if the Nuggets keep slipping down?
No playing.
No. They have enough
Phoenix
wins.
Suns are just as bad.
Do they have enough wins?
It's not just that. It's who's in the playoff team.
But if they're the 3rd seed, they're going to eventually have to play. The second round would be OKC, right?
Right. So here's what would happen. No. The 3rd seed, if the Nuggets can get to the 3rd seed or the 6th seed for that matter, then that bracket is on the other side. But I'm going to say this. I now start thinking, this is how I'm thinking, and the Nuggets and Spurs play later on this week. But I don't look at Oklahoma City as the best team in the Western Conference anymore. I think that title now belongs to the San Antonio Spurs. I think the Spurs.
You think they made those strides?
I think so. And I think it's mainly one guy.
You're right.
I think it's an alien that I've never seen before. He's 7'5", and I've seen a lot of weirdos in the NBA.
He blocks without even trying to block.
But he not only can block, a lot of these guys have been tall and can block shots. He shoots a 3-pointer effortless. I mean, this guy can bring the ball down the court. He can pull up from 3. He can do a 360 dunk. He did that dunk. You guys saw that a few days ago, right? Where he contorted his body. I never even knew a human being could move like that. This guy's for real. And just like any other great player, I remember a few years back when Jokic was just starting to come to the front. You guys remember that? And you just had this feeling that was going to end up in a championship, maybe a couple. That's exactly how I feel now about Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. And I don't think the Nuggets make the Western Conference Finals this year. I think that is firmly San Antonio versus Oklahoma City.
Victor Wembanyama is now growing into his body. as you can see, he's getting a little thicker,
bulking up a
little thicker. He's getting stronger. He's getting bigger. You know what I'm talking about, Bill? The guy from San Antonio, he's becoming almost an unstoppable.
He's almost unguardable.
I thought what they call it, no disrespect to anybody, but the Greek freak.
Giannis.
Giannis.
Yep.
I thought that guy was like, they can't make him any bigger and stronger or faster or better than this. Oh, wait a minute. Yep. Because this dude, they did a throwback game on Tuesday, I believe, last week, Nick and Joey, on NBC Sports. Mike Fratello, Bob Costas,
Marv Albert. That's my favorite.
Not Albert. It was
Marv Albert. Was my favorite.
It was Fratello, Costas, and then the guy in Colorado, the guy oh my God,
Chris Marlowe?
No, the guy who does the sideline reports. He does all the boxing.
Oh, Alan. What are you talking about, man? I have no idea.
Oh my God. He went to Thomas Jefferson High School, man. The guy here.
We have no idea. Come on, man. You're way off track.
Bottom line.
We're talking about the NBA here, man.
I know. I am talking about the NBA.
Okay, I get it.
They did a throwback game with the Detroit Pistons and the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
And they were showing that game, and they went back to when the Admiral was playing with David Robinson.
Well, they had Tim Duncan, they had Parker, they had Ginobili, and all those guys. Yeah.
And now, I'm sorry, it was Philadelphia. I apologize. It was Philadelphia and San Antonio. The rivalry went back and forth, and they showed that game that night. And San Antonio, man, you're right, man. They might be that sneaky team, Joey.
Well, you also got De'Aaron Fox now, and De'Aaron Fox is a guy that, Wemby couldn't win it by himself. You've got that guy Stephon Castle, the rookie, And hey, speaking of great players, let's talk a little bit about our outstanding lineup today. And of course, we lead it off with the best in the business, Bill Foss from Suavecito Tequila. It's the opening tip-off. Bill will be breaking down the big games today for the Nuggets and Avs this weekend. And then, and by the way, the Denver Fanatic, hey, thanks so much for all your participations. Wemby will be better than Jokic next season. Plays both sides of the ball. I absolutely agree. I'm going to take you one further. I think he's better than Jokic this season.
I'm a huge fan of Denver Fanatic, and they're spot on.
Yeah, they are.
Listen,
absolutely, man.
We don't know what these guys' potential are, but as of right now, as the trajectory's going up, Denver Fanatic, you are 100% right, man. This looks awesome.
And of course, the other thing about your defensive comment, he's looking at that defensive comment with Wemby. And he's making exactly a good point. The Nuggets defense is going to be the reason they're out of the playoffs. I just don't think it exists. They stopped playing defense about the third quarter against New York last night. And they also have this give up in them, Alex. When did the Nuggets start giving up? I never thought that would ever happen in the Jokic era, but they have many games where they just quit.
Back-to-back games kind of really mess with the Nuggets a little bit.
Used to be there. They used to be the kings of back-to-back.
They took care of the Lakers, right?
Right.
They don't even call him LeBron anymore. They call him Le Cap because he's such a baby.
Yeah.
And then Luka.
LeFlop.
Well, he's like Cap right now because he cost them a lot of money for not doing a lot.
I got it. And he's also LeFlop.
And Luka, the leading scorer in the NBA, all he does is complain about technical. I mean, dude, be a leader, man. Michael Jordan never did that. If you're going to lead the NBA in scoring, be a leader. Be the guy that wants to be the one that takes it. You don't want to be a guy that's always crying and flopping. And I give my flowers to Luka. All right, he's a great player.
I don't disagree, but let me just say this: you could say the same thing about Nikola Jokic. Jokic in defense, they just don't mix this year. Jokic is playing zero defense. I mean, I love Nikola Jokic. It's hands down the best basketball player in the history of Denver, in the history of Denver basketball, Nuggets basketball. But this year, turnovers up. I think the injury is still messing with him. If you really want to know the truth, I don't think he's 100%. I mean, I think it was more than a hyperextension of the knee, man.
He's doing great, man, but he have no help.
Defensively, man, he's not.
That game, and maybe Bill will agree with me on this next segment, but listen, when Jamal Murray, I mean, that game was it was still competitive. It was still within 10 points, 7 points.
Talking about the Knicks game?
Yeah, the Knicks game.
Well, yeah, that game changed when Jamal went out.
The moment Jamal went out, that game was done.
All right, let's finish up with the lineup. After Bill Foss, we have the great Troy Renck from the Denver Post. Troy will be breaking down, well, I'll tell you what, he'll be breaking down pretty much everything that we're talking about. He'll talk about the Avalanche trade, the Avs, of course, also beating the Dallas Stars, the two best teams in hockey. I think that is a definite Western Conference Finals preview. And watching the Avs and the Stars in that 5-4. You see that game, Nick? Alex, do you guys see this game?
Yeah.
5-4?
Yeah.
You saw it?
Oh yeah,
yeah. So I mean,
Joe, believe it or not, I do watch sports.
It was on
the World Baseball Classic to watch the overtime.
Let me just say this:
I was watching.
First of all, who likes the NHL 3-on-3 overtime?
No, nobody does. Nobody does.
I mean, there's some pluses and minuses.
Let me just say this. I don't like it because it's so hard to take control of the puck from the other team. Once you get control, like if you're a team like the Avs, it's great because you could actually take 2 minutes off the clock and just have the puck. But that's not real hockey. You know what I mean? It was like, I just think that's a gimmicky way. They don't do that in the real playoffs, thank goodness. You know, they just play it out, right? There's no shoot off.
Internationals, IOC, all those stuff. You know, I don't like that. Might just make it 2-on-2. You know, 1-on-1. Just go 1-on-1 and just finish it right now. You know, let's be done with it. You know,
Joe Valdez says he'd trade Jokic for Giannis. It would improve Denver's paint and rim protection. I just say this. It would make those two franchises.
Maybe
I wouldn't rule it out. That's
not a bad proposition.
It's not a bad proposition. I mean, you have two guys. I think it's getting stale. I guess here's what I'm saying. I think that it's stale here in Denver. I think we're on our way down. And you know what I mean? There's a rising ship and a sinking ship. And the Nuggets are sinking. And I don't think it's just me that sees that.
I don't think they're sinking, Joe.
It seems that way. Nick, are they on the rise or are they sinking? Your first thought.
I mean, they're getting to the point where they're sinking. I think they're still a little flat. They haven't quite.
So they're plateauing, right? They're
yeah.
plateaued. They haven't really started their downfall yet. They're just right. They're not going up. I don't see them making this run past the Timber. Let's forget about San Antonio. You got the Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't think they're better than them. I don't think they're better than the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I don't think they're better than the Spurs. So who are we kidding here? I mean, 2 years ago, you were the champions of the whole world. Then you got beat by Minnesota. You lost a 20-point lead at home. And last year, you blew it against OKC. You had them. You had game 5 in your hands. You had game 4 in your hands. You lost both of those games on last-second, last-minute plays. And this year, you're the worst team in the clutch in the NBA. This is all your strengths. These are all your previous strengths.
Good.
My bad. Good. I'm just on a rant. I'm tired of it.
Well, what I wanted to say real quick is that back-to-back game is a hard game to judge the Nuggets on because they did beat the Lakers. That was a huge game. Fine, good for them. But when you see the Knicks, when the Knicks came in on Friday night, and I mean they look bigger, they look stronger, they were faster. The Nuggets shot up like 39 3-pointers and made 16 of them, or I mean, it was a ridiculous amount of, and they just don't look strong. Aaron Gordon looks like he's not sure if he should be back yet or she should be back yet. Rest him up. Don't let him play right now. Because at the end of the day, when the playoffs start, you have to have all your horses ready to go, Joey. And I don't think right now the Nuggets have all their pieces all healthy.
They don't, man. We got to get ready to wrap it up, man. We got to get ready. We got Bill Foss coming up at 10:20. Once again, Troy Renck from the Denver Post. We'll follow that up with our good friends Sadie and Shawn Lefel from Grease Diva Garage and Jason Catlett from ServiceMaster. He will be here to wrap it up. Hey, stay tuned. Get yourself some Suavecito Tequila in honor of the man, the myth, the legend, Bill Foss from Suavecito. He joins the program next when you return to the final word with Joe Rico and Alex Mears, live from number 38.
My name is Anthony with Plunge Plus Plumbing. We've been in business for 16 years. We service from Longmont to Castle Rock and everywhere in between. We specialize in service work, underground sewers, water heaters, drain cleaning, faucet repair. If it's in your home, we fix it. We also ensure that our customer service is top-notch and customer satisfaction is our utmost priority. Our motto is honest service, honest price. We're not going to sell you a bunch of stuff that you don't need or that you don't want. We'll just take care of the issue at hand and be on our way. Most of the time we can get there same day. If you need plumbing, give us a shout. 720-434-5832. Or you can reach us on our website at plungeplus.com. We are proud sponsors of The Final Word.
My name is Sadie Lefel, and I'm the owner of Grease Diva Garage, and we're located in Frederick, Colorado. What makes us unique from other automotive repair shops is that we are woman-owned, we're locally owned, we offer car care classes for women, and we really are truly a car care center. You can get everything you need for your vehicle right here. Here at Grease Diva Garage, we believe in excellence, integrity, and education. We just happen to be great mechanics. We specialize in classic and vintage vehicles. We have the tooling experience to do everything from engine mechanical all the way through body restoration on all makes and models. So in order to come into Grease Diva Garage, there's multiple ways you can get a hold of us. Through our website at greasedivagarage.com. You can email us at greasedivagarage@yahoo. You can give us a call at 720-731-3000. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram. Multiple ways to get a hold of us. You can make an appointment online as well. We are proud sponsors of the Final Word.
Golf season is here, and Denver Golf Passes make it easier than ever to play. Start your golf journey with Learn and Play 1.0. 5 clinics, 5 rounds, 5 buckets. Already playing? Take your game up a level with Learn and Play 2.0. Or grab the Friends and Family Pass. 20 par 3 rounds and 30 mini golf or range sessions. And for new players wanting reps, the Practice and Play Pass gives you 10 rounds and 15 range buckets. Find the pass that fits your game. Visit cityofdenvergolf.com.
At Hooters, you can watch the tournament with your buddies. All your buddies. Like the ones with ice-cold beer. And one-of-a-kind wings that are nothing but net. You know, buddies you won't have to fight for the remote. Buddies who know a thing or two about basketball. And the fans who live for it.
Where else are you gonna get all this?
Hooters, your official hangout for game day.
We are ServiceMaster DSI, and we're located in Aurora, Colorado, off of I-70 in Chambers. My name is Rhonda Fisher. I am the Business Development Manager for ServiceMaster DSI.
My name is Jason Catlett. I am the branch manager for ServiceMaster DSI. We specialize in disaster restoration, including water, fire, mold, biohazard, trauma cleanup. Company is included as a GC, so we can do the mitigation and then the full repairs on the job for you. At ServiceMaster DSI, we help our customers on their worst day. No one ever plans to have a flood or a fire or water damage, and we help restore their lives back to pre-loss condition.
We handle both residential and commercial losses.
We service all of the Front Range, including up north to Fort Collins, down south to Colorado Springs. We go up into the mountains into Georgetown. We go out to Windsor, Fort Morgan. We're one of the largest franchises in the United States.
We pride ourselves in having our technicians be IICRC certified. You can reach us here at ServiceMaster DSI at 800-954-9444, or you can call me directly at 720-602-8677. You can also email me at rhonda.fisher@smdsi.com.
You can also reach us on our website, which is ServiceMaster DSI. If you need more information, you can email info@smdsi.com. We're here to help for whatever emergency service needs you have. We are proud sponsors of the Final Word.
All right, Joe Rico, Alex Ramirez, we are back live from number 38, 10:23 a.m., and it is never too early for Suavecito Tequila, and it is never too early for my friend Bill Foss. Bill Foss lets the good times roll with Suavecito Tequila. And you know what? Whether it's a game, a concert, an event, everything is better with a little Suavecito. Whether it's, the best starting five in sports, the Blanco, the Reposado, the Cristalino, the Anejo, and the Extra Anejo. And, I was just talking to Bill Foss, Alex, about the growth of Suavecito Tequila. And when we first were involved with Suavecito Tequila about 2018, Bill Foss,
we were like little kids, Joey.
We were little kids, and I was a little kid tequila drinker. I couldn't stand
Bill
tequila.
Wasn't even married yet.
Yeah, I was not married.
Bill
wasn't married to be. I'm not sure he wasn't married, but he wasn't married to be. Anyway, let's just say this. I have learned more about tequila and life from Bill Foss than any man other than my dad. Literally, Bill Foss has told me literally so much, and Alex will probably say the same thing, just how much growth that's both Suavecito Tequila, Bill Foss, and
Joe
us.
Rico and Alex
We've all grown together, and we've all watched this beautiful tequila of yours grow. When I first got with Suavecito,
our professional lives.
You're involved in every aspect of our lives.
It really isn't.
But so is Suavecito. Yeah. When you really think of it, every game, I pour my guest Suavecito. Every Christmas, my guest gets Suavecito Tequila. Every Easter, we're coming up on Easter. Guess what I just went and bought? A bottle of Extra Nail for all my family. After the dinner, we're going to have some Suavecito Tequila. Right. Listen, if you're listening and your restaurant does not have Suavecito Tequila, what do you do, Alex?
Sure, you got to demand it.
If they do not have it at your watering hole.
Joe, you got to demand it.
If you're over at your friend's house and it's not in his bar.
Dude, you better bring it, or if you're not, you better have it.
Or I'm not coming. That is Suavecito in a nutshell.
And here's the thing about Suavecito Tequila. It's not a tequila that's going to have that lingering after effect when you have a drink and cocktail. And we'll dive into more of that. We have a lot of time with Bill this morning, and I love it. This is like my favorite part honestly, I could say this, Bill. We have tons of sponsors and tons of segments with really like high level. And I'm not saying you're not a high level, but we have a high level.
He knows who we know.
I know players and athletes and events that we do. But this is the time where we can just be us. Let's just be Joe Rico. Yeah. Let's just be Bill. Let's just be us, man. Yep. And when we talk about what's happening in the sports scene right now, and Bill, you were a University of Colorado former basketball coach. You know the sports scene.
Also a great player in basketball.
Yeah, and what's interesting about that, Joe, you say that Bill, he's a big dude, man. He's bigger, he's taller than us. And so I can only imagine when he was 24, 25 years old.
Oh man, this guy can handle his own.
Yeah, exactly. So when we talk about what we're dealing with now, which is a completely different age of sports era, Bill.
Yeah.
And we're and I didn't tell you. Well, I did tell you this, Joey. I was talking to Mike Kliss last night before the Spartans game, and we were just talking about how the city a little bit is still in the hangover mode. The Broncos, bowing out.
Yeah.
In the AFC Championship game.
That's going to last for a while.
It does.
Till the Avs and Nuggets
play. You know what? It ends tomorrow, though, because tomorrow's the new year.
Free agency, baby.
It's the new year. The NFL starts tomorrow. So then we got to get all these cobwebs. All these old thoughts out of our head.
2025, you're gone.
And we need to figure out how we do 2026.
I agree.
And that's when we bring Bill Foss in and your perspective, because you're dialed in. You live right downtown. I mean, we've been at your mansion, and when you see all the
he looks at everyone walk into the Avs game and the Nuggets game every night.
I could be like, Bill, is Pepsi Center or Ball Arena packed tonight? How's the traffic look?
He just goes right on his balcony.
And he goes, hold on, Alex.
Let me check out my balcony, Alex.
Let me get up from my lacy boy real quick. And he gets up and he looks at it.
No, you're good. You're good.
And he might already be out on his balcony looking at it. Bill, talk about the sports scene right now as you see it. The Rockies, the Nuggets. I mean, we'll get the Nuggets because I know you're a big Nuggets guy. But talk about what your overall feeling right now. Like, let's just get that season with the Broncos out of the way, and let's move forward with the new season and what our objectives are, and if they personal, are they professional? Let's just understand
what's up with the Broncos, man.
So with the Broncos,
give us your thing. What's their off-season plan going to look like in your eyes?
Oh, it's going to be phenomenal. They've got such high expectations for next year because they did so well this year. They're going to just work, and they're young. So they're gonna really work hard on the off season, and I think they're gonna have another fabulous year next year too.
Let me just say this: I love Sean Payton. I didn't like him at first.
I don't
love him as a person, Alex. I love what he's done to the organization.
I agree with that.
He's not. Nobody loves Sean Payton, the person. I don't even know if Sean Payton loves Sean Payton. But at the end of the day,
that's a good point.
At the end of the day, when it comes to the football operations, though, and you look at the clown show we had for the last 5 years before Sean Payton, and now you see an adult come in the room and clear out the riffraff and clear out the junk and bring in his people. And now we're 15 win football team. And I think we're close. I think that they need help at tight end still. I think that they look at this Sadie guy. They interviewed him. I think they're serious about him. I think they're definitely going to hit the free agent market for inside linebacker. Oh, yeah. I don't think they trust that Dre Greenlaw. I think he got hurt way too much last year. And Alex Singleton, one of our best friends and a good friend. I love the guy.
Life Sports.
He's going to be 33. The Broncos said to be interested in him. I'm not sure I want him as my starting inside linebacker this year. And then finally, running back. Running back, I think, is the one they're going to put the most money into. And I think that's going to be a big one. And I think I've heard from our good friend, you mentioned him earlier, Mike Kliss. Yeah. I think the Broncos are very interested in Travis Etienne from the Jacksonville Jaguars and Tyler Algier from the Atlanta Falcons. Those are the two names I keep hearing.
But before you answer that question, I got to throw a little tidbit out here.
Sure.
We do not have that Russell cap anymore.
Yeah, Wilson cap, right?
That's a lot of money that they freed up.
$85 million.
That's a lot of money, Billy.
Yes, it is.
You can get a top free
2 or 3 players for that.
2 or 3. If you're really creative with that money, with the salary cap and the capologist. One thing when I used to intern at Channel 7, I was doing a thing about learning how a capology works. Capology is very interesting, especially if you have a lot of money like the Walter Penner Group with the Broncos. So the Broncos, with that being said, the Broncos have probably the most money in the NFL to spend.
No, they're ninth, Alex.
Ninth? Okay,
Ninth.
that's still a lot of money.
That's
Joe.
a lot of money. Hey, they were dead last the last 2 years. They were in the bottom five the last 2 years.
And they got 9 draft picks, Bill.
25 million, but they can make that into up to 100 million.
What do you think, Billy, they do with all that money and all those draft picks? They stockpile them? Do they put them together? Do they get one player? Do they get 4 or 5 players? What do you think, Bill?
Well, no, just like what Jojo said, we need, a running back. We need a tight end. We need, so I think they're going to divide that money up, hopefully, and get all the type of athletes that they need to really bring, our team up to the next level.
Sure. And, Joe, I'm going to just add real quick. So let me ask you this, Bill. If you had a salary cap on your Suavecito Tequila, your farm, well, I'm being honest. This is a great question. I have to ask.
I love it. I'm laughing. Can I just smile?
I know. I'm just saying, Bill, if let's say, all right, so you had to pay a certain amount, so much money. Now you're not having to pay them anymore because now you own your property. Now you're able to expand and do all these different things. If you have all this money, you're going to make sure that the money that you have left over to buy and create new assets, you're going to spend that wisely, right? It's the same way with the NFL at this point, right, Bill?
Yep, without a doubt.
And you're going to find the best talent, like you have with Mr. Ramirez, right? From
Dr. Luis Ramirez.
Dr. Luis Ramirez from Guadalajara.
Yeah.
And real quick on that story, can you elaborate on who Dr. Ramirez is and how that whole thing started?
Oh my goodness. When I decided to buy an agave farm when I retired 24 years ago, I went to the University of Guadalajara, found the chairman of the agriculture department who said, "Oh, the number 1 PhD in all of Mexico in agave is Dr. Luis Ramirez." He picked up his phone and said, "Doctor, come into my office." The Dr. Ramirez came into his office, and 15 minutes later, I had him on contract.
Hey, let me just say this. It's so funny. I got a quick story on this. Okay. Hey, by the way, hi, Laura. How are you doing? Hello from Chicago. Bears and Bruins or Bears and Blackhawks fan. I'm sure also a Bulls fan, probably a Cubs or Sox fan.
Cubs is the right choice.
That is my cousin, Laura Casas.
Hey, Laura. How are you?
What's up?
What's up? You know it, man. Denver Fanatics says the Broncos will have a top 5 defense.
Settle down, guys.
And I'm going to say this. They already have that. I think, wait, let me just say this. Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, I was jumping in. So, first of all, Bill, here's the thing. I believe this about the Broncos. This year, I think is their year. I mean, if they're going to do it, it's going to be this year. I believe this could be this year. Well, no, he did. He stopped. He was just reviewing a bunch of stuff. What do you think, man? I mean, is this the year for the Broncos?
I think without a doubt it is. Without a doubt.
Put all your chips in.
I think it's time. I'm going to Vegas and I'm putting my chips in.
I don't think
I'm putting $100 on the Denver Broncos to win the Super Bowl. Nick, is it their year or not?
It depends on what free agency brings.
What do you want? Give me your wish list. Give me a 2-player wish list. Give me 2.
ETN and an actual tight end.
I've got Devin Lloyd and ETN. I want to raid the Jaguars because it crushes their contendership and it steals 2 of their best players.
So,
who do you want? You got anybody on your wish list, Ramirez?
I'll wait till Troy Renck because I got some.
Okay,
stuff.
all right. Well, we got about 11 minutes. All right.
But Bill, when we ask you that question, like when you have that all that information and that money to allocate, obviously you and your son Jeff Foss have done an amazing job creating the empire that you have with Suavecito. Sean Payton has to be creative too, right? He has to be creative with how he spends that money. Now he doesn't have to pay that child support money anymore that he had with Russell Wilson or alimony, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So now you have some extra money to spend on building your brand and this and that. So you got to be careful, right? But that's why you hire the best, right, Bill?
Without a doubt.
So when you look at you said the running back, tight end position, Bill, I look at it like you're right, man. But at this point, the Broncos are still under the rookie contract with Bo Nix. So they have that flexibility. But after this year, they got to either re-sign him or extend him to a big monster deal.
Yeah.
And congratulations to Bo Nix, by the way. He had a baby.
Yeah, the baby. Yeah, him and Izzy. Congratulations to Izzy as well.
So Bill, if I gave you the GM hat right now for the Denver Broncos, I mean, obviously we have 9 picks in the draft coming up in about a month and a half, whatever. Are you focused more on bringing in an impact player, a couple impact players? Obviously, you're going to get players in the draft. You trade those players to get one big player. What do you think, Bill? What do you think the Broncos should do with that?
Well, they can go either way. I mean, obviously they should try and draft
their needs, right?
The best player they can get.
Sure.
And then if they don't get what they need or they don't get what they want, then you trade for it. And because you know what the team needs.
Right.
And so you go for it. You got two directions to go for it either way.
Yep.
So let me just say this. I think the one thing is free agency. I think you're looking for more. And by the way, Broncos just re-signing Ben Powers. So the offensive line, they're going to keep it. They re-signed Palcho. So I think the one thing the Broncos are getting right is they're building from within. They're building in the trenches. They're keeping their big guys on the offensive line happy. And I think that's the most important thing for your quarterback, because you see these guys who get crushed week after week. They can't block anybody. Look what happened to Mahomes this year.
Yeah.
The great Mahomes. They couldn't block anybody. He ran for his life, and he got a torn ACL. You got to be able to block people, right, Bill?
Without
you can't run the ball or pass the ball. Look at my buddy, big number 66 over there. You know what? He'll be the first to tell you, if you don't have an offensive line and a defensive line,
then you got to get plastic surgery.
Go home, right? But you're not going to win the playoffs without a good offensive and defensive line. That's what I respect what they're doing.
Well,
and I think the Broncos aren't done building up front, too. I think you're going to see some big dudes being taken this draft.
No, I get it, Joe. Let's move on to the Denver Nuggets. Bill,
a
team that you very much follow all the time, and you're always watching the games. In fact, when I called you on Friday night, I think you were watching the Knicks game.
Without a doubt. Yes, I was.
You were talking to him, and I was like, hey, Bill, how you doing? You're like, oh, watch the Knicks poured 39 banger over the Nuggets, but it was a back-to-back game. What do you think? What do you see the Nuggets at right now going into, hopefully, the next 15, 19 games going to the playoffs? Health is your wealth at this point, right? I mean, they don't got it. You're not going to move on, right?
Well, no, yeah, that's one main thing. But, you have to excuse me here. Having been a college and professional basketball coach, our Nuggets don't play good defense.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And that is what all these guys, just so you know.
They don't box out.
That's rebounding. Yeah, they don't rebound that well. But listen, to your point on defense, we've had 15 comments already on our chat, including Joe Valdez, who just said Jokic, the best player in the world. He has all these triple doubles and he's great. The best thing that ever happened to us. But on defense, your leader is a guy that doesn't play defense, and that's the problem with him. A lot of guys, there it is. Nuggets poor at home and poor defensively.
Finish what you're saying.
Yeah, he was finishing it.
Finish your analysis.
Just recognize every game how many offensive rebounds the opposing team gets. We don't box out. A lot, way too many.
Yep.
And they score way too many points on that. And if we just boxed out on defense, played a little better defense, and didn't give up so many offensive rebounds, we'd win more games.
Well, let me just say this, if you don't mind, if I could speak, please.
Go.
Yeah, so do I need to ask? Do you want me? Can I raise my hand if I speak? All right, thanks.
Anyway, it's not hot in here, man. At
the end of the day,
are we skiing today?
Anyway, what I was going to say again, Bill, is because we got about 7 minutes left. You see the Nuggets. And they're sliding downhill quick. And whether it's defense or injuries or both. And then you see the Avalanche. And there's a team at the trade deadline. I'll just look at the trade deadline. One team did absolutely nothing to help itself. They just said, we're going to let it roll. The other team went all in and picked up desperate pieces that they needed. I think that tells you a lot because they're both owned by the same guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
One team did nothing. The other team picked up 3 key pieces to make a Stanley Cup run. That's all I need to see. The Nuggets are done. The Avalanche are my team now. I think the Nuggets. Knicks had 75 points in the paint last game. You're not going to win with the defensive effort. To your credit, Bill, you're not going to win without that.
That's your point. I mean,
that's Bill's point exactly.
If you can't box out and get boards, because you saw those second chances, they would shoot. They'd come back in. They got it. Bring back in. They shoot. Bring it back. I mean, Joker can't be everywhere. I mean,
can't blame it all on him.
And our backup, what's his name?
Valanciunas. Yeah.
I mean, really,
he hasn't played very well.
I'm not really impressed with him to say, "Oh wow, he's going to be the guy that's going to catapult us."
Well,
next
the
level?
good news is, guys, it's not the playoffs because we got to get ready to wrap up here. It's not the playoffs yet. You know, I mean, they still got a few weeks, right, to get it right. I think there is a hope for them. I mean, I'm never going to give up on Nikola Jokic. I'm never going to give up on Jamal Murray. Those guys brought the only championship in the history of this team here. So I'm not going to back down and just throw them in there. But let me just tell you, Aaron Gordon, he needs to be back. Peyton Watson, he needs to be back. Those guys are our defensive stoppers, right? Christian Brown, he needs to play D.
Yes.
Because if they don't improve on defense, they're going to be out in the first round. There won't be a second round. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that 100%.
Do you agree with that?
Let me ask you this, Bill. When you watch that Knicks game, and I know, again, I'm going to say it again, it was on a back-to-back night. Knicks look stronger, bigger, more aggressive,
younger,
more accurate, younger, faster,
hungrier.
I mean, it was just like, whoa, we're watching a whole different ball game here right now. So
they remind me of the Nuggets a few years ago.
Bill, what's going on with Suavecito this
2
week?
minutes.
What do you got coming up? Jeff, you got any events coming up we have to talk about? Any showings, any tastings that we need to know about? Let us know. What's going on?
Well, you know, I've got 2 men that I've hired who are going to Azerbaijan and Russia next week. Okay.
I love it. Tequila's going to take over vodka country next.
That's going to solve the war, baby. I'm sorry. I didn't say it. Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead.
Well, the largest liquor store chain in America is Total Wine.
Yeah.
As you know, Suavecito is their #1 selling tequila in the United States.
Top 40 alcohol there's all time.
But they only have 380 stores.
Okay.
The top liquor store chain in Russia has 17,000 stores.
Hold on.
Oh my God! Hey, listen. Nope. We gotta go. We gotta go. No, we had Troy Renck holding in 3 minutes. I got it.
You just said
Celebrate. Go ahead.
17. Are you? Is your farm capable of producing all that, Bill?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's all I wanted to know.
Are you ready to go to Jalisco? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready to go to Jalisco. I'm ready to go talk to Putin.
Can we go watch?
I'm going to go talk to Putin.
Yeah.
And
well, you go do that. I just want you go to Russia.
I'm going to bring Putin and Trump together.
If he's going to Russia,
we're going to have some Suavecito.
Where we're putting this, okay?
Joey, the final word could solve a lot of world issues. Right
oh my God, Suavecito solves all my issues. By the way, 33 years of marriage and 4 kids. The last 5 are attributed to Suavecito, baby. All right, we got to run, man.
Hey, Bill.
Good. It's always so great to see you, man. I love this guy. Forget about the tequila for just a second, man. This is the best man that I've ever seen on any kind of a business. He's helped me and my family so much. He was at my best friend's mom's funeral, the Rosary. He's been in our lives, took us to Las Vegas, Nevada, showed us the time of our lives. Look, man, I recommend this tequila. I drink this more than I drink water. I love this more than water. I do, man. I do. Hey, we got to roll. When we get back, we have Troy Renck. He's waiting in the chat room. He's ready to go. He'll be next when you return to the final word with Joe Rico and Alex Mears, live from number 38.
My name is Anthony with Plunge Plus Plumbing. We've been in business for 16 years. We service from Longmont to Castle Rock and everywhere in between. We specialize in service work, underground sewers, water heaters, drain cleaning, faucet repair. If it's in your home, we fix it. We also ensure that our customer service is top notch and customer satisfaction is our utmost priority. Our motto is honest service, honest price. We're not going to sell you a bunch of stuff that you don't need or that you don't want. We'll just take care of the issue at hand and be on our way. Most of the time we can get there same day. If you need plumbing, give us a shout. 720-434-5832. Or you can reach us on our website at plungeplus.com. We are proud sponsors of The Final Word.
At Hooters, you can watch the tournament with your buddies. All your buddies. Like the ones with ice-cold beer. And one-of-a-kind wings that are nothing but net. You know, buddies you won't have to fight for the remote. Buddies who know a thing or two about basketball. And the fans who live for it.
Where else are you gonna get all this?
Hooters, your official hangout for game day.
My name is Sadie Lefel, and I'm the owner of Grease Diva Garage, and we're located in Frederick, Colorado. What makes us unique from other automotive repair shops is that we are women-owned, we're locally owned, we offer car care classes for women, and we really are truly a car care center. You can get everything you need for your vehicle right here. Here at Grease Diva Garage, we believe in excellence, integrity, and education. We just happen to be great mechanics. We specialize in classic and vintage vehicles. We have the tooling experience to do everything from engine mechanical all the way through body restoration on all makes and models. So in order to come into Grease Diva Garage, there's multiple ways you can get a hold of us. Through our website at greasedivagarage.com. You can email us at greasedivagarage@yahoo. You can give us a call at 720-731-3000. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram. Multiple ways to get a hold of us. You can make an appointment online as well. We are proud sponsors of The Final Word.
We are ServiceMaster DSI, and we're located in Aurora, Colorado, off of I-70 in Chambers. My name is Rhonda Fisher. I am the Business Development Manager for ServiceMaster DSI.
My name is Jason Catlett. I am the branch manager for ServiceMaster DSI. We specialize in disaster restoration, including water, fire, mold, biohazard, trauma cleanup. Company is included as a GC, so we can do the mitigation and then the full repairs on the job for you. At ServiceMaster DSI, we help our customers on their worst day. No one ever plans to have a flood or a fire or water damage, and we help restore their lives back to pre-loss condition.
We handle both residential and commercial losses.
We service all of the Front Range, including up north to Fort Collins, down south to Colorado Springs. We go up into the mountains into Georgetown. We go out to Windsor, Fort Morgan. We're one of the largest franchises in the United States.
We pride ourselves in having our technicians be IICRC certified. You can reach us here at ServiceMaster DSI at 800-954-9444, or you can call me directly at 720-602-8677. You can also email me at rhonda.fisher@smdsi.com.
You can also reach us on our website, which is ServiceMaster DSI. If you need more information, you can email info@smdsi.com. We're here to help for whatever emergency service needs you have. We are proud sponsors of The Final Word.
All right, here he is. He's in the bullpen getting ready. You can see the Renck knuckler getting ready to strike out another 3 batters. We have, of course, the great Troy Renck from the Denver Post as our next guest, and it's always a privilege to have Troy. I think he's the best in the business, period, by far in Denver and possibly nationally. Troy, good morning to you, and let's start with the big news of the week. The Colorado Avalanche have gone all in, and I think that when I heard the Nicholas Waugh deal, I was actually pretty pleased. I thought, well, they didn't get Kadri, but I thought, hey, good move. You know, you got that minor trade for the defenseman from Nashville, and then 2 days ago or yesterday, I wake up and I'm like, no, you got to be kidding me. And we get Nazem Kadri as well. And to me, I think what both of the Kroenke-owned teams did at the trade deadline, Troy, tells me a little bit about kind of where I see these two teams going. One, the Nuggets stood pat, and I think they look more like a sinking ship kind of on their way down. And the Colorado Avalanche went all in, and I think they're a fast rising steam machine headed to the Stanley Cup. Good morning to you. And there's quite a bit more gap, I think, between these two teams there was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. Yeah, what a deal. It's almost unbelievable. Like, you could say it 91 times this transaction and be like, really? They got Kadri and they got Waugh? I mean, they are the deepest team in terms of the center of the ice that I can ever remember. This could go down as the biggest trade the Avs have ever made. I mean, they got Rob Blake 25 years ago. We know how that turned out with a Stanley Cup and Ray Bourque. And more than anything, it's two things. Kadri gives them an edge. He's an agitator. He's a heel. Other teams don't like playing against him, but you love him in your locker room. You love him when he's on your team. And he can give their power play a boost. They've scored power play goals in their last 3 games, so it's finally showing life. But it's been this weird anomaly all season. They're like the best scoring team in hockey, and they've ranked near dead last on the power play. Now you bring in Kadri. There's no way they're going to continue to struggle on the power play. And that, to me, was this like the only thing missing. They changed the goalie stuff last year. They got 2 solid goalies. They're bigger with Burns. They brought in Waugh, who's a bigger player. They brought in the defenseman for them. They've addressed literally every issue that we ever bring up. They've addressed it. So now there's only one thing left. Go win a cup, boys. Right? I mean, that's all that's left.
Yeah, that's right. You're listening to Troy Renck from the Denver Post. Troy, I was excited. I was fired up on Friday night, and you and I was like, I'm going to get Troy on. We're going to do some StreamYard. We're going to do some weird stuff. I figured it out, by the way. I'll get that done. But listen, you had a great column, and it said, and you had a quote from Nazem. You said, Nazem Kadri's on heading back to Colorado. What a team. I am so thrilled to get added to that. I've only been traded twice, and it's been the same team both times. They must really like me. They love him. Next stop, Stanley Cup. You put a bullseye on your column with that, because I think you just hit what you said. This is the missing piece, or maybe there wasn't a missing piece, but if it wasn't, there it is, right?
Well, again, they've added everything. Alex, what else could they want? I mean, really, other than to stay healthy, there's not one thing you look at this roster right now and say, oh, man, they need this. Because, again, the issue was the power play. They've been better on the power play of late, and now you add Kadri. I mean, there's just no excuses. And even McKinnon said that. He was like, if we got everything and it puts more pressure on us. Well, at some point, and I'm not talking just about Nate. He's not the guy. You have to embrace it. You got to want it, and you're running into the fire. And that's the other reason I like Kadri. And I asked him about this on Friday. What is it about him that relishes the spotlight? And he just says, I want the moment. He wants all the smoke. That's another reason you want a guy like this, is he plays his best when it matters most. And not everyone can say that. And he did. The year they won the cup, you go back and look at what he did. I think it was like 7 goals, 15 assists during that run. It was unbelievable. So it just makes so much sense. And they get him at a cap figure of 5.6. He's 35. So maybe that last year of the contract, so it's 3 more years times 5.6 instead of 7. But that's a manageable number. They've got the Kel McCarr thing out there, but you figure it out. You figure it out. I'm not worried about that right now. The only thing they're doing is trying to win a cup. They thought they did it last year with all their moves, but it was almost too much change. Now, basically, this whole team's been together for most of the year, other than Wad, Kadri. These are like, can you imagine? You say this out loud. Kadri's like a third-line center.
Yeah,
and so you can incorporate that much easier than bringing in a frontline guy and say, oh, now go be a star and carry us, and you've only been here for 2 weeks. So again, I love this move. I love Chris McFarland, the way he just goes for it. It's just so weird to me. Like the Nuggets for years with Booth and even Conley at times, they kept telling us they can't do this, they can't do this, they can't do this. And with the Avs, I think part of it's because Josh Kroenke's much more of a basketball guy than a hockey guy. They leave them alone and they go for it every year. I think the budget's never an issue. Change is never I mean, other than I guess they've shown patience with Bednar, they go for it every year. Like if you're a fan of the Avs, what else would you want from their management? Because that's all you hear from fans. Oh, we don't go for it. It's even Bronco fans are already grumbling that they're not going to go for it in this free agent window. The Avs, man, take your cue from them. They're a championship team in a championship window, and they're leaving no stone unturned. I love it.
Well, I think there's 2 things I say. One, Jared Bednar's got to have the most pressure of anybody in the NHL right now, in my mind.
100%.
They've given him everything you need. And 2, what a great job by Joe Sakic. And, I think that if anybody's ever been influenced more by the great Pierre Lacroix, and he was, he saw it, right? He got to see Pierre firsthand as a player 6-7 years. And this is who he reminds me. I think he has a very similar strategy. And yeah, I'm not going to say Chris McFarland had nothing to do with it. That's not fair. But let's face it, Joe Sakic is the guy that makes that final call. Like you said, it's not Josh. Josh does that on the basketball side, by the way. I firmly believe Josh is the final call on the basketball side. On the hockey side, it is unquestionably Joe Sakic. And, John Elway ran this slippery slope, right, of being a legend who then went to go try and run a team. And it just makes me admire Joe Sakic even more, because other than Ozzie Newsome, who I think was the best Hall of Fame type talent to ever run an organization, I think Joe Sakic is moving up that list as guys who used to be a great player and now are going to be known also as a great GM. Your thoughts on Sakic? Because I didn't think he could do this, to be honest with you. I thought he'd be in it for a bit, and I thought he'd already be out of this job, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, you raise a great point, because Elway, he won a title in his first 5 years. He was one of the best execs in football. He was George Steinbrenner at times, especially the year they signed DeMarcus Ware, TJ Ward, Aqib Talib, and Emmanuel Sanders. It was like, wait, what are they, the Yankees now? And they won a title. And then his last 5 years were a train wreck because they couldn't figure out the quarterback. But all in all of the 10 years, Elway, very few great players, Hall of Fame players, have been good executives. He certainly qualifies. Ozzie Newsome is in that category as well in terms of NFL guys. Sakic, I'm with you. I thought at one point he just transitioned kind of out of it completely, but he loves hockey. He loves the Avs, and you're right. He was very close to Pierre Lacroix, and this organization, since they arrived here in '96, have understood the importance of going for it. We could go back and look at the trade for Patrick Roy, the year they won it here. That they don't win it without that monster trade, and so. Sakic deserves credit. McFarland deserves, and again, McFarland's funny because if you've ever interviewed him, he is so mild-mannered, so soft-spoken, and yet here's this guy that you'd think is just selling you insurance, and he is so aggressive every year at the deadline. Like he's sneaky, I think, in some ways, because you're like, this guy, he's not a threat to us. He's over there reading a book. He's looking at insurance rates and deductibles. And next thing you know, he's adding 5 players. It's like he does it every year, though. It's not like a one-time thing, but they work well together. It's been a seamless transition, it appears, but when Joe moved up into the president role and Chris McFarland took over as the daily operations. And again, I did this story last year, like, could this be the year? We have 3 teams going for the title at once. I mean, the Nuggets, Avs, and Broncos to a lesser degree. I said they had a chance. They got way closer than even I expected. The Avs have been in the playoffs, guys, 29 of their first 29 years here. They are the standard here. Let no one forget, as much as we love the Broncos, as much as we love the Nuggets, the last 3 decades, no team has been close to their success here as the Avs.
You're spot on. Troy, let's move it on to another cronky sports organizational conglomerate movement. The Denver Nuggets. Tell me your concerns level at where you at this point. Thursday night, they beat the Lakers. Okay. And then Friday night, they lost by 39 against the New York Knicks. And obviously Jamal's injury, and they were hanging in there even when Jamal was playing. But once Jamal got injured, and we still don't know. I don't know, and I'm not a doctor to understand where he's at. But what is your concern level going in to the last 15, 20 games of the season with the Denver Nuggets, health wise? Is it who they are? Is at this point is what we see is what we get?
Yeah, listen, the concern level as it relates to winning the championship is pure panic. I don't see it right now. And I've been bullish on them all year. It just feels like it's one of those seasons. They were waited about since November 10th to get this lineup back together with, Aaron Gordon back in it, with Murray, with Jokic, all the 5 back together for the first time since November 10th. And that lasted like 20 minutes. I mean, it's like, what in the hell is going on? Some of it, I think, is their training staff as it relates to the hamstring and soft tissue stuff. I do think they could better address that. The ankle thing, that happens in basketball. It's like knees. I mean, that's just part of playing the sport. But I'm pure panic in terms of them winning the championship. I don't see it anymore. And Gordon is back, and I love Gordon, and he makes the pieces fit. Peyton Watson probably will be back this week. He's been a revelation, but I don't know if they're going to have enough time to get it right. They're only going to play together about 10 games before the playoffs, and they will win a first-round series. But if they have to play a play-in, my God, that's embarrassing. But if they have to play like Oklahoma City in the second round, I don't see it, guys. I mean, and I can't stand watching Oklahoma City, the way they play and the way they basically foul every play and dare the officials to call it. And SGA's the master of, the new James Harden of living on the foul line, but they're great at it. And it's in the rules. I was so looking forward to Monday night as a just absolute octagon match. I would think there's going to be 4 or 5 technicals because of Lou Dort's cheap ass bullshit he did on Jokic. Yes, but now I don't know. Murray's out and Gordon, they're easing him back. But this is a game to stand up to them. And they did last time when they just played them. Cam Johnson just couldn't bury a 3. But if they come out of that game and win that game, Alex, I'll go from panic to concern. Right now, as it relates to a championship, it's pure panic. I don't see it. I just don't see it because they don't play good enough defense and they can't stay healthy.
Well, all I have to say is this right now. This team is the Nuggets are done. I mean, I've already moved on from the Nuggets, and it's a sad thing, but they're just Yeah, let's revisit them in a couple weeks. I give them an incomplete right now, and I just don't feel comfortable. This isn't the real Denver Nuggets. These guys are not. They're a shell of themselves, and if they don't get healthy, a lot healthier than this. I mean, I think Jokic is still hurt too. Between you and me, I think that's a story for another day. Tomorrow begins the real story, free agency in the NFL, and I do think this is the Broncos' year. I think that, like, you know how there's kind of a transition from wild card, AFC championship. Now, this is it, right? It stands to reason. It's Bo's third year, right? Everything points towards Super Bowl or bust for this team. I've got Devin Lloyd from the Jaguars and Travis Etienne as my 2 number 1 free agents that I want to see this team sign. I think those are big difference maker guys, and those are also weakens one of your opponents, one of the guys you're fighting for in Jacksonville. Your thoughts, give me a couple names of guys you might see and guys you might like to see come down this way as the tampering period gets ready to start tomorrow around 9 a.m.
Yeah, legal tampering. It's like sour cream. It's an oxymoron. What are we doing? Either you can do it or you can't.
That's an episode of Cheaters, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Devin Lloyd's out. They just re-signed Justin Strnad for 3-year, $18 million, $10 million guaranteed.
Okay.
So that means they could still bring back Singleton, but they're not going to bring in Lloyd when they just paid Strnad. And that means I think Sternad's going to be the starter. Honestly, he wanted to start. So maybe they move on from Singleton and they keep Greenlaw, or they move on from Greenlaw and they just go forward with Singleton and Strnad. I can live with that because Sternad's way better than people think. Would Lloyd been an upgrade? Absolutely. But for me, all in on ATN. That's my column today. I don't want to see a committee. I don't want under 4 yards of carry. I don't want to, use a season to develop a prospect. You're in the Super Bowl window when Bo's not making any money. You have a franchise quarterback on a rookie deal. This is the time to go for it. Because as soon as you have to pay Bo $60 million, and that's the number coming up in a couple years, you're not going to have Zach Allen, Pat Surtain, Malcolm. You're not going to have 8 more guys on these big deals. It just can't fit. That's the price of doing business in the NFL. Every time you pay a quarterback huge money, it becomes increasingly difficult to win a Super Bowl. Not win, but win a Super Bowl. So for me, this is the year. The reason they didn't get to the Super Bowl last year was their offense. The reason they didn't win the AFC Championship game because they didn't run the ball well enough. I would bring back Dobbins and pair him with ATN. Dobbins probably won't want to do that. I get that. But he would, if I could have ATN and then use Dobbins on third down, that's a huge upgrade over Bidet. Then you still have Harvey. He's around. Everyone act like I'm cutting Harvey. I'm not cutting him. I'm just trying to win a Super Bowl. I'm not worried about his development. This isn't the Rockies, and I'm worried about my farm system here, boys. We're trying to win a championship. I don't want this. It's not about your fantasy league team and whether Harvey gets 1,000 yards. That's not it. They're trying to win a title. And so I covered the Broncos when they won titles. They did it the year with Manning. Everyone said that offense stunk. They weren't good, but they had Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, C.J. Anderson. And then they had enough tight ends with Owen Daniels and what's his name? The guy from San Francisco, Vernon Davis. They had enough. But I'm saying Demaryius and Emmanuel and CJ are better than what they have now. Yeah. I don't care if people don't believe it. They are. Not significantly, but that's why if you go out and get ATN, take some of the pressure off Bo, where you can get 4 yards of carry consistently. And I get, he had 3.7 a couple times in his career. I get it. But I'm willing to take the risk. He's a 3-down back. He's got explosive speed. And if this line is as good as everyone keeps telling me, it should translate. It should. So I want to see ATN here. I want to see him go for it because everyone around them feels like they're going for it. Buffalo's going for it. Baltimore's going for it. The Rams are going for it. Seattle's not going away. If you stay status quo and you're the Broncos with this year's schedule, you're going to be a better team and have a way worse record. I don't like it. Go after ATN.
I get that. Hey, listen, man, I'm all about it, man. I like that guy. I mean, he still has a lot of tread on his tires. Listen, I'm not going to dive into the Broncos right now because we'll deal with that next weekend. But listen, Max Crosby deal. He left. He went to Baltimore. Baltimore gave him 2 first-round picks. Yep. So here's my thing, and I've been asking a lot of my friends, and just I've been texting a lot of people and just asking them, hey man, what do you think about this? So now that the Raiders gave up one, in my opinion, probably the top defensive player in the NFL. Is a guy who just wreaks havoc on games, and they got 2 picks for him. Great, good for the Raiders. Why would they draft Mendoza, number 1, where they could stockpile more picks on that one, Troy? Or do you think they still continue with that trajectory to draft Mendoza? Because in my opinion, I like Mendoza. He's good. Won the national championship, won the Heisman. I don't think he's generational enough where if you draft him, you're putting him in a crappy team. No one's going to protect him. Yeah, Brock Bowers is one of the best tight ends in the NFL. I get it. Great running back. I mean, at what point do you start selling off your pieces to improve your team overall? And I know Tom Brady is all about Mendoza, but this move with Crosby.
Are you suggesting they trade the number 1 pick?
In my opinion, I think the Raiders made a huge statement saying, you know what, by getting rid of Crosby, we're rebuilding and we're not going to take Mendoza. We're going to get rid of him. We're going to stockpile another 3 or 4 more picks. Who knows? I mean, Brock Bowers might be next. I'm not saying the running back might be not. Who knows? All I'm saying is, like, why would you draft a player that at this point where he's not ready to lead a team or he has the pieces around him to make any kind of movement? Troy, what are your thoughts? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it just basically comes down to, because you're right, they're not going to be any good next year, even with Mendoza. Like, say, if he's great, they win, 5 games? But it just really comes down to, Alex, what you think of Mendoza. If you think he is the guy and you like him better than the class next year, with the likes of Dante Moore and some of the guys that are coming out, do you like him better than those guys? Do you like him better than the USC quarterback's going to come out? Do you like him better? That's really the issue. And you're not guaranteed to be one. One of the advantages of being the worst team is you don't have to deal with who's going to take who. You're right there. It's your decision. And so it really comes down to Mendoza. And it's interesting with Mendoza. I like Mendoza. I don't love him. I don't think he's like that, that number 1 overall pick where you're going to say this guy could go to the Hall of Fame, because that's what typically quarterbacks taking that high. You're thinking eventually All-Pro, Super Bowl. Like, that's what you're thinking.
Yep.
I see him more like a Kirk Cousins type, which is a great career. Just, is that good enough for number 1? And that's the question, Alex. The Raiders with Kubiak, I know they believe with Ashton Genty, you got Bowers, they're going to run the crap out of the ball. And then if they feel like Mendoza has the qualities of a leader, that he can be that guy, then you take him. And you take him because you want to get that part starting to morph together. It's like a college team. It's like bringing in the freshmen and sophomores, knowing it's going to take a couple years. So, but I will say this, Alex, you're not totally wrong. So some of the guys I talked to at the combine, not sold on Mendoza. They just think he's a good quarterback. Some of them even say that if he was drafted the year Bo Nix was drafted, he would have been like the 7th quarterback drafted. Wow. That's the argument, is that even with that, maybe he would have gone right before Bo, but he's right where, like, no one, and I've been bullish on Nix. No one was taking Bo Nix number 1 overall, for instance. Sure. That's the issue. That's the issue, is Mendoza a really good quarterback and just happens to be in a really bad year for quarterbacks? Because there's only one other one going in the first round. That's Ty Simpson. So that's what you got to ask yourself. My guess is they're going to take Mendoza. They just won't be able to resist the temptation to take a guy who won a national championship, who's been, just all the things that win.
What could you get for a number 1 overall pick if you?
It depends, Alex. That's so hypothetical. It depends who's trading. I mean, there's 32 teams. If the number 30 pick trades for him, if the Broncos moved up 29 picks,
could you stockpile 3 or 4 picks with that?
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be. Just look up the Trey Lance trade, and that's up it by 1 more pick. Yeah, it would be a monster deal.
We only got a couple
monster
minutes left. Let me just wrap this up by saying this. First of all, I just think it's the Raiders. They are going to make a mistake. I mean, let's just be real. These guys drafted Jamarcus Russell. Let's remember that. Maybe the worst number 1 overall pick in the history of pro football. If anybody's going to mess it up, it's the Raiders. So whether they draft Mendoza, I think at that point he becomes a bum and he fails miserably, or whether they trade Mendoza, he then becomes an all-pro and goes to, just like you said, Troy, 4 or 5 Super Bowls. Let's just face it. I think this is, from every draft expert I've heard, it's a bad draft. It is not high-end talent. You don't have what it is a deep draft, which means there's no high-end guys. I've heard that you can get talent in the second and third round, very similar to anything 15 to 32. When I hear that, it means guys like Mendoza are a dime a dozen, with all due respect. And he's a guy who's going to have a nice career. Only, though, it's also where you get drafted to.
I agree.
This means so much. That's where true. You get drafted
who's
to.
Your coach,
who's your coach? Who's your coordinator? I have no idea whether Clint Kubiak, I know who his dad is, so we have a good reference point, but that doesn't make him a great coordinator. Brian Schottenheimer, all these guys, just because you have that name doesn't mean you're going to translate.
Hey, what did Clint Kubiak play?
Clint Kubiak?
He played defensive back in high school and at CSU.
And at CSU. And he was a defensive coach.
And now he's a head coach.
And now he's a head coach. And I just don't understand.
Gives me hope, Joey. Gives me hope.
We got to roll, man. All I have to say is when we come back next week, we're going to have a different Broncos squad. And I think that'll be exciting. I'm with you, Troy. If Travis Etienne is the only guy that they pick up tomorrow and the rest of the week, I'm just fine with that. Don't pick up people just to pick them up. But I think George Paton, this is where I think he's good. I think the draft and free agency, this is where I like George Paton. And I think he has as much to say about what happens tomorrow.
AJ Brown?
No.
No, AJ Brown. At the price, they're asking for a first-round pick. They're not. No, the team to keep an eye on there is the Patriots. But unless they back off the first-round pick for him, they're not. Patriots aren't doing that.
He's 28. He's going to be 29 in 2 months, I believe. And I've heard he's got a lot of baggage on those tires. Just between you and me, I've had a lot of people say he's not a good locker room guy at all.
I talked to James Palmer about that. He said in the locker room he's actually way more liked than we think. But the concern is the health. He's been dealing with a bad knee for like 3-4 years. And so is he going to age well? When you start to get 30 as a receiver with bad knees, that's tough. They're not going to be in on AJ Brown. I thought they might have a chance to kick the tires on Waddle. As of now, Miami's not interested in moving Waddle. Obviously, Pickens is not available. I don't think the Broncos will be on him. Stephon Diggs, they had interest in last year, the Broncos, but that was before they signed Sutton to an extension, but he's a name just to file away. I don't think they would take him because of his off-field issues. They've pretty much gotten rid of anybody that has an off-field issue.
To come, isn't Cardi B going to be here then? Because if she's coming,
I thought they broke up, man. I got to get back on TMZ.
With my 11-year-old,
she had $1 million Super Bowl party ready to go from this. She paid for. And funded and canceled.
Guys, we got to get to break. We got another guy in the chat room. We're making our guests wait because we have the great Troy Renck. Troy, we could talk to you for 8 hours, but I don't have enough money in my bank to pay you for 8 hours, unfortunately. Love you, man, and thank you for all you do for us. We will talk to you next week.
We'll see you guys. Take care.
Follow him on X at Troy Renck. Make sure you check out his podcast right here on My Live Sports. I mean, literally every time we get a lot smarter. When we get back, I've got two people who know cars better than you ever will. Shawn and Sadie Lefel from Grease Diva Garage. They're coming up next when you turn to the final word with Joe Rico and Alex Ramirez, live from number 38.
My name is Anthony with Plunge Plus Plumbing. We've been in business for 16 years. We service from Longmont to Castle Rock and everywhere in between. We specialize in service work, underground sewers, water heaters, drain cleaning, faucet repair. If it's in your home, we fix it. We also ensure that our customer service is top-notch and customer satisfaction is our utmost priority. Our motto is honest service, honest price. We're not going to sell you a bunch of stuff that you don't need or that you don't want. We'll just take care of the issue at hand and be on our way. Most of the time we can get there same day. If you need plumbing, give us a shout. 720-434-5832. Or you can reach us on our website at plungeplus.com. We are proud sponsors of the final.
Golf season is here, and Denver Golf Passes make it easier than ever to play. Start your golf journey with Learn and Play 1.0. 5 clinics, 5 rounds, 5 buckets. Already playing? Take your game up a level with Learn and Play 2.0. Or grab the Friends and Family Pass. 20 par 3 rounds and 30 mini golf or range sessions. And for new players wanting reps, the Practice and Play Pass gives you 10 rounds and 15 range buckets. Find the pass that fits your game. Visit cityofdenvergolf.com.
My name is Sadie Lefel, and I'm the owner of Grease Diva Garage, and we're located in Frederick, Colorado. What makes us unique from other automotive repair shops is that we are woman-owned, we're locally owned, we offer car care classes for women, and we really are truly a car care center. You can get everything you need for your vehicle right here. Here at Grease Diva Garage, we believe in excellence, integrity, and education. We just happen to be great mechanics. We specialize in classic and vintage vehicles. We have the tooling experience to do everything from engine mechanical all the way through body restoration on all makes and models. So in order to come into Grease Diva Garage, there's multiple ways you can get a hold of us. Through our website at greasedivagarage.com. You can email us at greasedivagarage@yahoo. You can give us a call at 720-731-3000. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, multiple ways to get a hold of us. You can make an appointment online as well. We are proud sponsors of The Final Word.
All right. Well, you just got to see Miss Sadie Lefel and Shawn Lefel, movie stars and great mechanics. And
where's Shawn? Where's Shawn?
Well, yeah. Is Shawn around? Oh my gosh, he might be cooking. Because he's doing his culinary thing.
I know he's a chef.
I know he's a chef too. So I think we just get the lovely Miss Sadie Lefel today, proud owner of Grease Diva Garage. And Sadie, first of all, it's always a treat to get you too. We don't want you to ever feel like it's just Shawn that we love. We love you too. And I just think that it's so great. You know, I talked to Shawn and I'm like, hey, you guys coming down? He's like, no way. He goes, I got this. I got to start cooking. I'm done. I'm like, don't worry. We'll just call it in today. So first of all, how proud of you, Shawn, are you? I mean, you know, he just is like such a cool guy, you know, and I love you too. And I think you're one of the coolest ladies I've ever met, but he doesn't get a lot of props. I think, you know, kind of you guys, it is a Grease Diva. It's a kind of your thing. And he's just that dude behind the scenes that keeps it together. You know, he's a great dude. Talk a little bit about your man.
Yeah, I am very blessed to have met Shawn. We actually met on Tinder and we're married 8 months later, and we've been married coming up 10 years this year in October. Will be our 10-year anniversary. And yeah, Shawn, that's one of the things that just instantly drew me to Shawn is his high level of integrity. He genuinely cares about people. He genuinely cares about doing it right, doing the jobs right, whatever it is. And just like today with his, he is in culinary school and will be opening a restaurant shortly after he graduates. And he has such high ambition and he's so focused and he just holds everything to such a high standard. Like even in his class, he's like, I got to get 100% because if I don't get 100%, I'm going to redo it. And that's how he is with everything. If it's not right, he does it again until it's right. His integrity is another thing that really drew me to him. He's just a good human. Like, and he can be pretty fun to be around too. So yeah, I got very, very lucky, very blessed.
Both fun to be around. You both make me laugh.
You guys are awesome, man. You guys are one of the funnest people and couples that we've ever been around. And
thank you.
It just goes to show you that, you know, life is beautiful and you have those expectations sometimes and you can make things right. And I believe you guys are doing it right. And I love talking to him. I love talking to you. It's always just, you guys are so full of love and light and you guys want to help people. That's what we come in, you know. Yep. And when we sign up with you guys or you sign up with us, vice versa, whatever, you guys know where we came from. We're good people. We're not out there running around doing crazy stuff. We're family guys. We'd love to help the community as much as you guys do, but Grease Diva Garage is #1 auto repair shop in Frederick, Colorado. You guys believe in excellence, integrity, education, and you guys happen to be great mechanics, by the way. And, you know, this is a women-owned auto repair shop. Grease Diva was founded in 2017 by Sadie, the lady that we're speaking to right now. You guys are owned and operated automotive repair shop, leading the way in Frederick, Colorado, for women to be fully engaged and confident in their relationship with their car. Because a lot of times, I think females don't understand. And I'm not saying females, even males like myself. I've attended your class.
I was going to say you've seen them in class.
It's not, you know, but here's the thing: is this is all like women power, and I get it. I love it. I love how you want to make it focused on women owned, women empowered, women information. Because at the end of the day, billions of dollars are spent when you go into a mechanic, and maybe a mechanic might go, "Oh, well, she's a woman. She doesn't know what's going on. She's coming in for an oil change,
take advantage of her."
And well, we're gonna tell her it's a transmission fluid change or whatever.
Well, remember the blinker fluid.
I was just gonna say that they're gonna tell you need your blinker fluid changed, right. Or you need winter air put in your tires. That's another favorite. Yeah.
That's hilarious. And you guys are like, okay, here's my debit card.
Yeah,
here it is. You guys do vehicle maintenance, comprehensive routine maintenance to keep your vehicle reliable, effective, and efficient on the road, performing at its best. You guys are obviously diesel mechanic as well, expert in diesel engine service, diagnostic, and repairs with trucks, fleets, and heavy metal of all vehicles, brake and repair replacement, vehicle diagnosis and repairs. I mean, the list goes on and on. Fleet maintenance,
I think that's what we should. Maybe we should make a list of what they don't do.
Hold on a second, Joey.
Because it would be shorter.
I mean, I can go on and on and on.
We're adding too.
Let's let you talk about it, Sadie. Give them a call today, 720-731-3000, 720-731-3000. Sadie, it's been awesome, and it's going to be continue to be awesome with you guys. I know you guys can't make it out in studio today, but we are going to be ramping up again. The off season is such a big season.
Hey,
for
by the way,
our sponsors. Hold on, Joey.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to say one thing.
I get it. Joe doesn't let me talk.
He's been talking for who's been talking
9
for 3.5 minutes
straight. Only been on for 2 minutes, Joe.
I'm sorry. Yes, go ahead.
So we want to say thank you again for your trust in the final word and believing how we want to spread our word. What's going on over at Grease Diva Garage right now?
Oh, we have some great things happening. We're ramping up for spring, which means a lot of classic car shows, which means a lot of opportunity to bring your classic in after it's been tucked in the garage for the winter. Let's get it tuned up. Let's get the body work done. Let's get it painted. Let's get it lifted. Let's get it LS swapped. Let's do whatever you want to do before that season comes in. And we are adding, Shawn is in school getting his culinary. I am in school getting my motorcycle certification.
He told me about that.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to be the token motorcycle mechanic soon. I'm super excited to do that. Something I've always wanted to do. So right now we're working on a 62 Chevy, a full resto, and we're dropping an LS in that as well. We have a 63 Bel Air that we took it from shift on the floor to back to the tree so it'd be original. And then what else do we have going on? We just had a K10 that left just a few days ago. After we just did a tune-up on, rejetted the carb, things like that. So yeah, we've got a lot going in that classic car arena right now.
Well, let me just say this. You guys are the king and queen of classic car restores. And, I've been talking to Shawn about restoring the Mazda. And so we went and got the tires and we got the rims and we got the windshield and and it is a project, right? And this is what you guys love, is being part of that experience, because I just only started, right? I haven't even got the car to you guys yet, but that tells you everybody's got a story behind the project, right? And the story is so cool on so many of the cars you get, whether it was a person who passed away and willed something to somebody and they finally just said, all right, I want to do this for dad, or whether it was, the brother giving the car to, in my case, my sister-in-law just gave us the car, and we just thought, and next thing you know, we find out, hey, that's the car from the Fast and the Furious. And then we see this souped up car and now we think, boom, and now we have a dream, right? And this is what Grease Diva will do. It will help you build your dream. And I'm a personal customer. I have purchased the car from Grease Diva, and now I'm going to put my 2007 Mazda in, and I'm going to start my personal restore pictures or project, and then we'll have pictures. We can do pictures and put them on the Facebook page, and we're going to show the Mazda how it was when I got it to you guys, and then we'll show the Mazda when it's restored. And I think that might be the very best way that you can see the magic that these guys do, is just do it through me. You can go on the Final Word Facebook page. Alex will put up their information today so you can get involved. But if you have a project, forget the car show. If you want to take your kids to LA like I do in a brand new badass 2007 Mazda 3 that's been personally restored by two of the biggest badass mechanics I know, and they care about this stuff, by the way. They also can they're a one-stop shop. You can do the body work there. You can do the engine work there. You can do it all there. You don't have to, and they won't outsource this because they want the project done the way you want it done. Are all those things true statements?
Everything you just said is 100% true. And the 62, to your point, this gentleman brought it to us, and his son is getting married in May, and his dream is to have his son be able to use that for his wedding day. And so, yeah, it's not just for classic cars. It's got a bigger, deeper meaning for him. Yeah, so absolutely. And also we stepped out of the wrap and tint arena for a little bit, but we're ramping back up in that as well. So again, if you have a business that you need your van or car wrapped with your business logo, yeah, we're happy to do that. Tint, oh my gosh, tint is a gift. Tint is so necessary in Colorado, especially in the summer, how hot it gets. Yeah, for sure.
Here's the other thing, though, that
and for all smokers. No, I'm kidding.
Here's the other thing everybody needs to understand. There's also a really cool thing that this is a Sadie thing that she created because of her daughter going to college. Yep. This is something huge, and let's really, Sadie, in the next
Diva driver kit.
Let's start focusing on and let's start pushing this a lot because this is something that really should be mandatory at this point in your life. Doesn't matter if you're a male or female, but for females, because there's a lot of cool things for females, but this is called the Grease Diva Kit. All right. This kit includes a multi-function jumper starter. Okay. And everything will be on our Facebook page. An OBD diagnosis scan tool, a tire gauge, a standard and digital, a tire thread checker, a stadium bag clear draw bag. This is more than just a kit. It's a peace of mind designed to give you a confidence and self-sufficiency that you can control every day. We can go over this right now, one by one.
Well, wait. We only got 4 minutes. But
I know, but she can do it quick because she's good. She created this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, within the 4 minutes, I mean, yes, every piece is really critical, but really the main thing that I was going after, and like you said, for my daughter who was driving across I-80 across Nebraska into Crete when she was going to college there. And the idea of Joe Schmuckatelli, truck driver, being there to help her, she had a problem with her car, did not sit well with me. So I created this kit that had the OBD scan tool. For instance, if her check engine light comes on, she can pull over the side of the road. She can plug it into the dongle underneath the kick panel, and she can then know what the code is. And then she can call me or another mechanic and decide, is it critical? Am I okay? Do I have some time? Do I need to get a tow? Where am I with it? A lot of empowerment comes with education. Same thing with the battery charger. That battery charger will jump your battery, your car battery. It also charges itself. You can charge your cell phone again. And so these are things that if your car dies, if your battery dies and you're at a gas station in the middle of Nebraska at 9 o'clock at night because you're driving back to college, you don't have to wait for anyone. You can take care of it yourself and keep moving.
Right. And then the stadium bag clear draw, which is everybody that has when they go to a concert or a game.
Yeah.
You can't walk into a stadium anymore without they want to make sure that they see what's going on. That's just an extra
extra perk, man.
Cherry on top of the Sunday right there.
Hey, can I say one thing? So my 21-year-old daughter, who has a Diva driver's kit, used her driver kit for the first time.
Okay.
Her battery died. And guess what? In the middle of Colfax and Broadway, 9 minutes, she just moved into the dorms outside of Metro, which Alex is familiar with because he went there. They didn't have dorms back then. But anyway, the bottom line is
1922.
The Diva driver kit. She called me and she said, thank you for buying me that thing. She didn't call it the Diva driver kit. And I said, what thing? She goes, whatever you bought me to jumpstart my battery. And I said, did it work? Because I was all telling Shawn, I don't know if this will work. It works. I'm going to tell you it works. You do need to make sure it's charged. Be aware. It does need to be charged. But once it is charged, it will jumpstart an actual battery. When you die, don't move. Don't try and start your car again. Just leave it alone and put the Diva driver kit on your battery right away. Because the battery still has some power, and that will give it enough power to start your vehicle again. Once your vehicle is started, the alternator hopefully will take over, and then it will charge the battery yourself. When it's started, get the car in gear and go. Do not play around because that charge is not guaranteed to last. No, and if your alternator is fried, your car will then again die out. So these are just tips from an actual person who's used the driver kit to tell you it really works. And I'm going to tell you, if you have a son or daughter under the age of 25 years old, that needs to be in their car today. Real quick, before we get to Alex, tell everybody how they can get hold of you and Shawn over there at Grease Diva. We only got about 2 minutes left in the segment.
Yeah. So you can get a hold of us multiple ways. We just launched a brand new website, much more interactive. You can make an appointment from the website. We're also getting ready to add an app where you get to design whatever creation you want with your vehicle, and then you'll have a platform to play around and then bring it to us, and we can help bring that to life. So we're going to be launching that in about a few weeks. And then in the meantime, you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. You can give us a call at 720-731-3000. And you can stop by anytime, 3540 State Highway 52 in Frederick. We're right off I-25 and Highway 52. And we'd love for you just to come by and have a conversation, bring a scarf, whatever you need.
All right, this is a sports talk show, so we got to. Our boss always says, "Hey, man, you got to talk a little bit sports." What happened to your Steelers?
Oh, God love them. I don't know, but I will forever love them.
Is there hope for them?
There is a hope.
Are they bringing back that old guy? I mean, really, the quarterback's older than me, you, and Shawn. I mean, come on.
He's cranky.
And he's on ayahuasca. Although I don't mind ayahuasca, I don't think you should play football.
That was before the season started.
No, I think he uses it during the games.
Does he really?
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I find really exciting right now is the hockey team, the U.S. hockey team at Olympics.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about that. Let's celebrate the wins. Let's not talk about a losing organization. Let's talk about, do you believe in miracles? Do you believe in miracles?
Talk a little bit about that. I thought that was very inspirational both ways.
40 years ago.
46 years.
Yeah.
Joe was
beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to watch. It's a beautiful thing to witness after that long that they won, and so deserved, so well deserved.
Did you guys watch it?
Were you watching that in Cancun?
Or are you guys here already?
Or were you here?
No, we were in Mexico at the time.
Yeah. All I got to say is you guys we literally booked a vacation one day after seeing all your pictures. You guys had so much fun and you deserve it. Look, we got to run next time. I'm demanding, and by the way, I am driving my car to these people after the show because they're going to fix another one of my vehicles because they are that good. Please mention our good friends at Grease Diva Garage. And also, can you give them the website one more time? Because I didn't get that from you.
Yeah. It's greasedivagarage.com.
Baby.
Grease through. I thought it was. I always like to make sure that the guest gives it.
Right here, man.
Well, he's like the yellow page. Alex is like the old yellow
pages.
Man, back in 1973, man. You're like USDex.com, baby. So anyway, man, all I gotta say, Sadie, is I love it, man. I'm okay with that. I did date myself, man. I'm okay being old.
You still use an antenna?
Now, what's funny is Alex, who's only 23 years old. I'm not sure, man. Anyway, Alex,
who's got a hat on? Who doesn't have a hat on?
I got it. Okay. Anyway, hey, man, Sadie, I love you, man, and Shawn and you are
seriously awesome.
Great garage.
Awesome.
Best garage.
Garage is awesome. Yep, awesome. Let's rock and roll. And Sadie, we're gonna do some little competition, and we're gonna make sure that Grease Diva kit gets pushed hard.
Yeah, we need the Diva driver kit.
It is March. It is Grease Diva kit.
March Madness
with the yes. Maybe we can give additional discount.
Promo code. Final word.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Yeah,
okay?
Call me tomorrow. Yeah, for sure. We'll do it.
Hey, you look great, by the way. Awesome stuff.
Give Shawn a big hug too, man, and tell him I'm coming over. When I did tell him when I dropped the car off, I do expect some food to be in a little bit. No, it's gonna be gone. Sadie's like too late. The family.
Yeah, I'm like, you better get in line, brother, because it goes. He made these muffins last week. Holy hell, they were so good.
I talked to Shawn 3 weeks ago, and Sadie was out of town, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" What? He's like, "Dude, I've got this chicken cacciatore. Cacciatore. I'm doing like this." I'm like, really?
I can't handle it. We gotta go. Sadie, Alex is gonna make me order some here. Right. I gotta run. I appreciate you, and I will be there. I'll see you guys in a few hours for sure.
Okay. Love you guys. Bye now.
Me too. The great Sadie Lefel. Her and Shawn are our mechanics over at Grease Diva Garage. Go on to greasedivagarage.com. Make sure and set an appointment. And if you're a classic car lover, get your project car done at Grease Diva Garage. Right. All right, Sadie. We'll talk to you again in 2 weeks. Have a great night.
You too, guys.
When you return, the great Jason Catlett from ServiceMaster DSI. He'll close the show when you return to the final word with Joe Rico and Alex Mears on Mile High Sports YouTube channel, live from number 38.
My name is Sadie Lefel, and I'm the owner of Grease Diva Garage, and we're located in Frederick, Colorado. What makes us unique from other automotive repair shops is that we are woman-owned, we're locally owned, we offer car care classes for women, and we really are truly a car care center. You can get everything you need for your vehicle right here. Here at Grease Diva Garage, we believe in excellence, integrity, and education. We just happen to be great mechanics. We specialize in classic and vintage vehicles. We have the tooling experience to do everything from engine mechanical all the way through body restoration on all makes and models. So in order to come into Grease Diva Garage, there's multiple ways you can get a hold of us. Through our website at greasedivagarage.com. You can email us at greasedivagarage@yahoo. You can give us a call at 720-731-3000. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, multiple ways to get a hold of us. You can make an appointment online as well. We are proud sponsors of The Final Word.
The thing about basketball is your team can win, or they might come up short. Either way, how much fun you have is all about who you're hanging with. Come on over to Hooters, where every game's a win, with wings that bring the heat, ice-cold beer to wash them down, and the only stat we really care about is assists.
Game's on. Where are you gonna be?
Hooters, your official hangout for game day.
Golf season is here, and Denver Golf Passes make it easier than ever to play. Start your golf journey with Learn and Play 1.0. 5 clinics, 5 rounds, 5 buckets. Already playing? Take your game up a level with Learn and Play 2.0. Or grab the Friends and Family Pass. 20 par 3 rounds and 30 mini golf or range sessions. And for new players wanting reps, the Practice and Play Pass gives you 10 rounds and 15 range buckets. Find the pass that fits your game. Visit cityofdenvergolf.com.
My name is Anthony with Plunge Plus Plumbing. We've been in business for 16 years. We service from Longmont to Castle Rock and everywhere in between. We specialize in service work, underground sewers, water heaters, drain cleaning, faucet repair. If it's in your home, we fix it. We also ensure that our customer service is top-notch and customer satisfaction is our utmost priority. Our motto is honest service, honest price. We're not going to sell you a bunch of stuff that you don't need or that you don't want. We'll just take care of the issue at hand and be on our way. Most of the time we can get there same day. If you need plumbing, give us a shout. 720-434-5832. Or you can reach us on our website at plungeplus.com. We are proud sponsors of The Final Word.
We are ServiceMaster DSI, and we're located in Aurora, Colorado, off of I-70 in Chambers. My name is Rhonda Fisher. I am the Business Development Manager for ServiceMaster DSI.
My name is Jason Catlett. I am the branch manager for ServiceMaster DSI. We specialize in disaster restoration, including water, fire, mold, biohazard, trauma cleanup. Company is included as a GC, so we can do the mitigation and then the full repairs on the job for you. At ServiceMaster DSI, we help our customers on their worst day. No one ever plans to have a flood or a fire or water damage, and we help restore their lives back to pre-loss condition.
We handle both residential and commercial losses.
We service all of the Front Range, including up north to Fort Collins, down south to Colorado Springs. We go up into the mountains into Georgetown. We go out to Windsor, Fort Morgan. We're one of the largest franchises in the United States.
We pride ourselves in having our technicians be IICRC certified. You can reach us here at ServiceMaster DSI at 800-954-9444, or you can call me directly at 720-602-8677. You can also email me at rhonda.fisher@smdsi.com.
You can also reach us on our website, which is ServiceMaster DSI. If you need more information, you can email info@smdsi.com. We're here to help for whatever emergency service needs you have. We are proud sponsors of The Final Word.
I played with arguably the best corner to ever lace him up in Champ Bailey. And guess what? He too was victimized by certain plays, but he never gave up. And that's what I see in PS2, right? The idea of never giving up. Yes, you may get beat, but he is a complete corner.
All right, we are back. Joe Rico, Alex Mears, live from number 38. We are wrapping up another great show. Our thanks go out to the great Bill Foss, our good friend Troy Renck from the Denver Post, and Shawn and Sadie Lefel from Grease Diva Garage. And, you know, we always like to say the best for last, and ServiceMaster DSI is the best. But actually, real quick, before we get started, Nick, you've got a couple of our other sponsors that we've got to pay some bills. Go ahead, Nick.
Mile High Sports Studios, number 38, are presented by Volo Sports. We play so kids can play for free. Go to volosports.com to learn more. Also, the Vimos Pay app. Download for free to pay your tab, earn points, and win prizes. VimosPay.com.
Thank you, Nick. All right, back to ServiceMaster.com. And, you know, I'm just going to say the all-star team at ServiceMaster DSI with Rhonda Fisher, Jason Catlett and all the people under them. I think the one reason I was bonded to them is, one, the great job ServiceMaster DSI did taking care of my mother's house, and two, when I found out how much Jason and Rhonda actually care about people. And this is a people business. I mean, when your home is destroyed, right, the first thing you want to talk to is somebody with some kindness, some compassion, some empathy. I mean, and also somebody who knows what to do. Because without that final piece, it doesn't matter how sad anybody is. I want results. I need somebody to come fix it. How many times have you got? We were just talking about a friend of mine who had a fire in his house, and it was 10 o'clock at night when he called me. I talked to him, and I'm like, hey, I've got, and I was scared to give him your number because, it was late.
Right.
But then you just told me, hey, look, I'm available 24/7 on call. Can you talk about that? That's a meaning behind it. I mean, anybody says they're available, but then they don't pick up the phone. I have tons of people who say they're on call. The phone goes to voicemail. I get the feeling you actually will do everything you can to answer that call. Thank you for making time for us.
No problem.
And that bond is created by your honesty and the kind of person you are. You can have that on your hat all you want, but there's tons of service masters. There's only one Service Master DSI, and that starts with Jason Catlett and Rhonda Fisher. I want to say how proud I am to just even know you.
Yep.
You've helped so many people out in their time of need, including my family. Thank you.
That's what we do,
And, how is it? If it's 1 a.m., it is okay to call, right?
Exactly. And we've got 24/7 call center. And then if the call comes in, they take the information, they forward it to us. So I always have someone on call. It's not always me, thank God. But
amen to that.
There is always someone on call. So if it's 1 a.m. or 5 a.m. or midnight or whenever, give us a call. We'll come out. We do temporary board ups. We do emergency services. I mean, just the other day, we had someone that had a fire at their house, and then the fire ended up burning their sewer line, and then they had a sewer loss that put out the fire. So we're out there at 8 o'clock at night, cleaning that up for them. That's what we're here for. We're here for when disaster strikes. If you don't know what to do next, give us a call. We'll get you taken care of.
Well, it's not every day you get the branch manager for Service Master Restore DSI. I mean, Jason Catlett, you guys, first of all, I want to say congratulations on the grand opening of your new open house on February 18th.
It was a good deal.
Yeah, and I saw there was a good outpouring. I mean,
good turnout.
It's a new location. Talk about the new facilities, how you guys have been treated, and how the location. I mean, there's a lot to move in, right? I mean, you got so many moving parts,
right?
And you're part of the leadership group. So, with your responsibilities, talk about how that transition has been so far. I know it's big. It's a big new location. Talk about how excited you are about this new location.
Yeah, I mean, really, what it is, it was kind of a reset for us.
Okay.
The original facility that we had a fairly long lease, almost 10 years, and it basically was oversized. So we had a lot of dead space. We had a lot of stuff, and I was spending a lot on facilities when I didn't need to. So I ended up actually right sizing, got us in the right size space, got us in a better area, got us in where we need to be. So I can actually focus my resources instead of paying for dead space. I can actually focus my resources where they need to go. So it was a big deal for us to get in the right space. We feel like it's a new, fresh start for us, and just kind of hitting the reset button and all right, new place, new facility, new equipment, new everything. Let's get going. Let's get out there and get it done.
Well,
good.
Joey, let me jump in real quick. As you know, we have a brand new video that's being posted on all of our social medias right now for Service Master. And what's interesting is Ron reached out to me during the week, Joey, because Los Dos Patrios, our sponsor, had a fire over at the one in Littleton, the one you and I, and Joey and I all went to. No, that's the one.
They had one in Littleton,
but it was the one over off from Littleton.
Come on, way.
Yeah, and she's like, "Hey, Alex, just so you know," and she called me. She's like, "Hey, let me know if you guys need any assistance with that, or your family with the restaurant, with the restaurant." And that got me thinking. I was like, thank you for letting me know that, because yes, they had already somebody, because it had been like 1 day or 2 days afterwards. A business like that has to have
you got to have
something right away, because they just can't stop operating.
Right.
But it also gave me thinking. I said, hey, Ron, and I talked to her all morning. She was at the Spartans game last night. By the way, not a great. We'll talk about
that another time.
Another story.
Another time.
But what she said to me, she said, hey, I told her, I said, Ron, thank you for letting me know that, because now, let's be honest, it's going to be fire season all summer long.
Oh, all summer long.
With no moisture. There's no winter, Jason, that's been happening. We're going to see a lot of fires that are going to be expanding and exploding all over Colorado. Not because we want it to, because we don't want that to happen to anybody. But if it does happen, I said, Rhonda, well, then are you giving me that liberty to post it and say, hey, were you affected by last night's Green Mountain fires or the Golden fires or the Longmont fires or the Boulder fire when that happened?
Right.
She's like, yes, go. Let them know that we're ready to go and we have the team to get it done. So, and I told her, I'm like, well, I don't want to be a police or an ambulance chaser where we're chasing
a disaster chaser.
Chaser. She's like, no, it's the opposite, Alex. People want that because they might be scrolling on their social media while their house is burning down and they go, hey, mom, or hey, uncle, or hey, cousin, or hey, buddy. There's a company out there right now that can help restore what it was, not to improve it, but to bring you back where it was, right, Jason? That's the whole important thing is where your house is at or your property or whatever you lost brings you back to where you were at the beginning before this unfortunate accident happened, right?
Exactly. And like I said, that's what we specialize in. There's a lot of companies out there that are, just like there are ambulance chasing lawyers.
Sure.
There are fire truck chasing restoration companies.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And they will be on your door. In fact, the one I just mentioned about the fire and then had the sewer loss, they said they had like 13 companies.
Oh my God.
Knocking on their door. Like, hey, we'll do your restoration. But they called their insurance company. They said, hey, we need a preferred provider. Who's going to do the right thing and not out here. They gave us a call. We got out there. We got them all squared away. And, we had to put out yard signs to keep the vultures away, no, this is
we already have this job.
I did not realize how bad that was.
First of all, let me just say this the consumer kind of opens that door by creating that because people panic when they first have the disaster.
Right.
And the rule is call your insurance first. Before you call any vendor, call your insurance. I mean, because the insurance will have a list of preferred vendors. And let me tell you, ServiceMaster is on 99% of them. And I think that's a compliment to ServiceMaster because I wasn't just me. When I talk, and by the way, if you're a commercial business, this is what the fire at Los Dos did for me. It opened up a whole nother avenue of business that I wasn't even thinking of. I'm thinking of an individual having a fire. Look, all of our business owners, if you have a fire, if you have something happen to your restaurant, as long as you have insurance, they're eligible too, right?
Yeah, everybody, residential, commercial. We just had a commercial loss that was literally like 2 blocks from our new location. They were cleaning out the drain and the drain cleaner broke the line to the bathroom. And then every time they flushed, it was just filling up their walls with sewage.
Oh my
and then
God.
by the time they figured out, we got out there, we had it all cleaned up within 2 or 3 days. We're starting the repairs next week. They're going to be down for a week and then their bathrooms are going to be up, back and functional. So we can get out there, we can move, we can get out there fast and get stuff done. So we don't mess around. The biggest delay in things is typically, the process of getting everything reviewed and approved by insurance. That's kind of always a thing, but restoration is a funny process because it's hurry emergency services. And then there's like this big gap.
Yeah, there's a wait period
of 2 or 3 weeks that it's like, okay, now we got the emergency taken care of. Let's figure out what's going on. Let's get estimates, get everything together. So that's hurry. Then there's a wait. And then it's hurry. Let's do the repairs again. So we always let people know that's kind of the process going on there. So you set realistic expectations.
Yeah, the full restore for my mom's flooded basement was 8 weeks.
Right.
And I thought it was very reasonable when you priced out the flooring. And different contractors come at different times.
Right.
They aren't going to have the floor. You can't do some things before, like the walls and the asbestos have to be done before you can touch the flooring. Because what's going to happen is if you tried to do the flooring first and then had a bunch of contractors.
It's in stages, right, buddy?
Right.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is ServiceMaster will help you plan out a practical plan so that you don't go put $7,500 of anybody's money into brand new Pergo, and then you have a contractor coming out to stomp all over it and destroy the walls.
Right.
You got to do the walls and asbestos first. Who would know that unless they had a pro like ServiceMaster? Because ServiceMaster actually planned out the whole restore for us.
But let's go backwards on that.
Well, can he respond to that? Because that is actually what. Can you talk
No,
about how they'll help plan out the restore? Because nobody actually knows how to do one. I found out.
Right. And that's the process that we follow, is make sure that everything is done correctly. So it only has to be done once. I always say, do it right or do it twice. So if you don't do it right the first time, you're going to have to do it twice. Yeah. So we go out there, we make sure it's done right the first time. We make sure everything is done right. Orders put together, order of operations, make sure it's all there. That's the experience that we have in DSI. And then we just ended up, didn't know if you guys know this, but we just ended up joining a couple other franchises. So now we're in 14 states instead of 9.
So we may have to update that commercial. Hey, but that's fine. That's what we're here for. But Joey, just to what you said though, if you don't know, I mean, who actually expects their house to burn down?
No,
or the flooding to go downstairs.
No
and
one.
Your drywall's all. But you know what? the preferred referral is what got you to DSI.
Yeah. If it wasn't for my insurance recommending ServiceMaster
It's kind
DSI, I never would have gotten them.
everything falls in place. And I'm a firm believer. I am a believer. Joey's a believer. I know you're a believer. Your family, you guys do great work. Trying to raise awareness. We all have a higher power, and I think we're all three of us are on the same page. I think it brought us together as, you know what, there's a reason why we're working with you guys, because I think the guy upstairs said, hey, you know what, I think you guys can work together, and you got it done. Your mom's basement's beautiful, Joey. It's completely awesome.
It's changed the value of the house by $75,000.
Listen,
by the way.
Yeah, but if you don't have that preferred network to say, hey, go here or go there, or in that immediate crunch where you're just, like I said, so, hey, I mean, again, I don't want this to happen. I don't want this to happen to anybody's house this summer. But the reality is, there's going to be a lot of fires because there's no
water
out there.
Yeah,
we're already
prepping for that.
Are you guys?
Yeah, we're already prepping for that because we know just the winter has been so mild here. I mean, God forbid that anything like the Marshall fires ever happen again. But we handled it that time. We're prepared to handle it again. Let us know if you need something, if you have questions, you have stuff. In fact, I was just at someone's house the other day. They had the question about mold. Went out, we did a free inspection. We checked everything that was going on, made sure that they were good to go. That's what we'll do. If you have questions, call us. We're here to be a resource for you. I had another customer that asked me to come out because their insurance wasn't going to cover their HOA building because of some issues with their balconies, and they didn't know what to do. So guess what? When you don't know what to do, we do. They called us. I went out there. I gave them some suggestions. I didn't do the job. I gave them a referral to another company that would fix what they needed to have fixed.
Sure.
But guess what? I built that relationship with them. I'm here to be a resource for people to get stuff done. That's what we do. People helping people. That's our goal.
Let DSI do the heavy lifting for you guys, man. Let them handle it. Let them keep your mind on, focusing on whatever you can retrieve, what you've lost, and maybe you have some pictures and some albums that were lost in the fire or a drain or whatever. It doesn't matter what it is, but let them be your friend. I mean, you guys, so far, I have been nothing but ecstatic about how professional you guys have been.
Great people.
You guys have been awesome. Rhonda, I've been talking to her all morning. I know she was at the Spartans game last night, and I told her that I'm like, hey, listen, Jason's on right now. We're going to cut up this video, by the way, and this will be going up to corporate. We'll send it over to corporate, Jason. Make sure that they understand. But it is a sports talk show.
It is.
Yeah, we have to talk a little bit of sports.
3 minutes left.
3 minutes left. I know the Broncos. We're all kind of like on a hangover with the Broncos.
Right. We're bummed out they lost.
It is, but you know what? As tomorrow, the season
starts over. New year
starts over. Tomorrow's the official first year of the NFL.
First day of the new year league.
2000 year. So let's forget about everything that happened in 2025.
Right.
And let's focus on
we're moving on
positive
to
things
2026.
like we are with DSI, and we are going to make sure.
2026.
Forget about what happened last. We don't talk about that.
We're on to 2026.
Hey, but listen, talk about your thoughts on the Broncos, and you are a Broncos fan, right?
I am, yeah, and I've it was hard the last decade.
yeah,
But,
it has been.
I get it.
The thing that I appreciate about the Broncos, and I mean, I've seen this with the Avs as well, is they're not focusing their team around one superstar.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah, I get it.
They're building a team. Teams that go out there and they focus on, hey, they have the one superstar. The one superstar goes down, your whole team falls apart.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
I love it.
That's right. That's what I've done. I mean, I've been in leadership for 30 years, and how I build a team is, I may be the branch manager, I may be the leader, but I'm the guy at the bottom holding everybody up.
I love it.
That's my job.
Yeah,
is
but
to
you also
support
have
and make a success.
But
for
you
everyone
also,
else.
Jason, have to allocate money to where the positions are in need. So this year we have no salary cap with Russell Wilson anymore.
Right.
So I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you the Broncos GM hat real quick, right, Jason?
Give me a couple. Yeah,
all right.
You got money.
So give me your thoughts.
If you don't know the player's name,
you got it.
This is what I got to do. We got to get a better tight end.
Yes,
I agree.
number one.
I agree.
Number one.
We got to get a better tight end.
Number one.
And then we got to get some receivers that'll catch and hold on to the ball.
Please, thank you, Lord. Please listen to Jason.
Can we
If
give Jason a job at the Broncos too? I mean, you got time for that?
Hey, I will consult
we could
anywhere I need to
spend
be.
another hour on that topic alone.
But
man.
yeah, I mean, like I said, it's building that support. Everyone wants a superstar, but what makes a superstar is the rest of the team.
Yes.
A superstar cannot carry the team on their back. It won't happen. They'll fail. So you got to have that support there so someone can step up and someone can shine and someone can do that because they have all of that support
behind them.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. You have to allocate your.
Let me just say this too, because hold on for a second. We got Shane Polston coming out. Hey, thanks a lot for coming out yesterday.
Absolutely, Shane.
Love you, Shane.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I had major stuff going on yesterday, but I love you and Natalie.
Shane, so real quick, Shane Paulson's wife yesterday, Natalie. Great.
Got 2 minutes left.
Awesome. She has a new salon, or not so new, but it's been there for 6 years, and she invited us to go out there and just hang out.
Yeah,
it was awesome stuff. But Jason, real quick.
Go ahead. I just want to ask you one thing. All right.
Yeah.
So, because your wish list was great. All right. So I'm going to talk. I just want to ask you one question, and Alex will wrap it up. Well, we got about a minute and a half. Avalanche. I think it's their year. I mean, you look at the trades. We got Kadri back.
Well, again, they're building the team.
They're building the team.
They're building the team.
That's
and
what I was
if
gonna
someone
say.
goes out, they got to bring someone in to help fill in that piece.
All these other guys backed up, and that's what I compare ServiceMaster to. Yeah, it's Jason and Rhonda, but behind you are all these other dedicated professionals and the team you guys have built. And I love the commercial that we did because it emphasizes, doesn't matter if it's a fire, doesn't matter if it's a flood, doesn't matter whatever. They have the team built that can handle all of it. And I'll be honest, I only know about the flood portion, but the fires are coming. And I can only tell you there's no other place in the world to begin besides calling Jason Catlett and ServiceMaster. You have your glasses on.
Actually, I got it. No, listen.
You guys have your glasses on.
We're not going to be contacting Jason.
We're going to be contacting. Give him the 800 number.
Call whoever.
No. I know, but we're going to go with the commercial.
Give him the 800 number real quick, man. We got 1 minute left.
We had to make some edits.
I got it.
So right now, if something happens, and this will be on our Facebook page because it's in our video, you're going to call Rhonda. Rhonda's going to help you out, and she does not. I mean, she's always available. She'll call you, and if you leave her a voicemail, she'll call you right back.
So will Jason
too. Yep. And he will as well. And it goes to an overflow, right, Jason? So
there's
720-602-8677. That's Rhonda Fisher, Business Development Manager. Send her an email at rhonda.fisher@smdsi.com. One more time, give her a call at 720-602-8677, or send her an email at Rhonda .fisher@smidsi.com. Okay. All that information is on our will be on
and
our
one
page,
other thing, I got the toll-free number, 800-854.
That's like
8444.
Yeah,
listen, don't wait. Get that number in your phone. 800-854.
Yep.
Is it 9444 or 8444?
9444.
9444. That's it. 800-854-9444.
Put it on speed dial.
Make sure and grab that number in your phone. The minute you smell the house burning, the minute the basement's flooded, that's the number you call, whether it's 2 a.m., whether it's 4 a.m., whether it's 8 a.m.
It doesn't matter.
Call the 800 number, and Jason will tell you. It will roll over to his personal phone. Literally, won't it?
I saw it. I'm never not on call. It always rolls over to me.
Remember the first time we ever met him? We saw him for 3 minutes.
By the time it gets to Jason,
dinner.
It's gone through like 9 layers
of
different people.
But that's how detailed they are. That's how much they care. They're not going to let that call slip through the cracks, right?
Yeah, but if it gets to that point, guess what?
You're getting the best.
When we were at dinner, Jason stepped out 3 or 4 times. I got to take.
I met him for 8 minutes in a 1 hour dinner. That tells you how much he loves the customers. Like, all right, we got to get rolling. I got to tell you, man, 2 weeks from now is the next segment, man. And I think we do a little expanded ServiceMaster. Maybe we have you and Rhonda, and we do a little expanded one. We'll do like a half hour.
We
one.
could spend an actual half an hour
whole show
just talking about
ServiceMaster DSI. That's how detailed these guys are. Look, these guys are not just paid professionals. They are family. Literally, they will put your arm around you.
Joe's mom.
I mean, like they literally watched my mom through.
You're a testimony.
My mom's 92 years old. At the time of the incident,
Let me ask you a question, Joe. How much was that work that they did at your mom's house?
It cost $38,000.
How much was your deductible at your home?
My mom paid $500 for
there you go.
Project.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything else at that.
Everything else.
That's why you have
insurance. And not only that,
that's why you have insurance.
The net value. I didn't know this because again, it was last year. Well, the new tax year came out.
Yeah. Right.
And guess what? The house increased in value $75,000 because of the new stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
Look, we got to run. Just an amazing show, man. Our thanks go out to the great Bill Foss, our good friend Troy Renck from the Denver Post, our great friends Shawn and Sadie Lefel out there in Frederick, holding it down at Grease Diva Garage, and of course the great Jason Catlett. And I do mean great. This guy is one of the hardest working people I've ever met.
He's not feeling that great right now.
No, he came here.
We're all kind of like, I'm a little. feeling a little.
Yeah, I'm a
funky
little.
too,
I think
man.
we all feel a little bad. But listen,
Everybody's
we got to
bad.
run. Hey, we got
There
to
we
get
go.
off the air.
Have
We
a great
appreciate
week,
you.
everybody.
We will
Good week,
talk to you
everybody.
next week.
All right.
March Madness begins next week, baby.